All right, ladies and gentlemen of the old world, it's time for some King of the Hill action. Saturday, I think it's 12 noon here, so hopefully it's not too late for you folks all across the world. But our first match, it's here. It's going to be Human Boy, yes, assuming his natural form of the Skaven, facing off against Falcon. Not Falcon, but Falcon, and it is going to be the Sons of Sigmar. So we have Empire versus Skaven for our first match. And yeah, just standard King of the Hill. Simple, fun stuff. We'll hopefully get to see some new stuff in action as well. Some new dinos and Beastmen would be quite fun. But many games to be played today, so we're just going to hang out and enjoy life. And my apologies if my voice is a little bit funky. I just accidentally choked on some water and, you know, getting my bearings back. Welcome, welcome. Yes, it is time. So Human Boy on Skaven versus Sons of Sigmar, one of my favorite matchups of all time. I think it's very fun. I love pushing the Skaven army with Volkmar and Flagellants, Sigmar's sons, and then a bunch of cavalry swarming the flanks, and yeah, just having a good old time. And yeah, cavalry is still pretty good against Skaven. You know, they do have some, you know, elite infantry via Stormvermin, but generally Empire Knights and things like that can just, you know, or Knights of the Blazing Sun at least, can really run over the Skaven infantry pretty easily. So yeah. Yeah, Contende, you got to get in here, man. We need some Beastmen. We need some Beastmen action. The mullet that talks. I know, it's like the mountain that rides from Game of Thrones. Fun stuff. Fun stuff indeed. So, see if the players have any questions. It looks like they're all good. We are on the Astalian Tomb for our first map. Perhaps Balthazar Gelt will be welcoming us to Astalia once again. But Gelt against Skaven, he's not bad. Sometimes Skaven can run with like a blob, you know, the couple characters and just move in a little Death Star. So having Final Transmutation can be very strong. Or on top of that, you could also go with Searing Doom. Plague of Rust probably not terribly useful. Although using it, I guess, on like a Grey Seer wouldn't be bad if you have like a bunch of Huntsmen. A couple options. But yeah, Gelt honestly in this matchup not bad. Going Gelt plus double Empire Captain on the Pegasus can give you a really nice little goon squad against Skaven, in my opinion. Mr. Bakat. We will see you later in the VOD, my friend. And Korka, thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. And Brandon Bills, our new member here, talking about some karaoke. Now, quick question. We can kind of expand that conversation while we wait for our two champions to pick their armies. What is your go-to karaoke song? For me, it's always been Johnny Cash. Because if you ever heard a Johnny Cash song, it's like, I don't have to hit these high notes. I mean, obviously, he's got a pretty low voice, right? But I really do like it. I feel like they're really fun to karaoke and whatnot. But what is your go-to karaoke song if you're into such things? All right, the campaign units are still on, by the way. Yeah, just don't bring them. All right. Yeah, they're talking about campaign units. Perhaps one of them interested in the Ogre Kingdoms, but no problem. Is 2 Jabber Slices legal? I'm not sure. I haven't been looking at. I don't think so, because it's a Mortis Engine technically, but I mean, I do it on ladder sometimes for fun. I don't know, that's an interesting one, because Jabber Slices are conditional Mortis Engines. They only work if the enemy's leadership is below a certain amount, and obviously having 2 of them becomes a little bit redundant, especially with the condition on them, but yeah, that's something to investigate. I don't know, it depends on which rule set. I'd have to take a look. Yeah, fly me to the moon. Fly me to the moon. Yeah, it's good. I like that, Garrett. And then we got Christopher Watson with Bad Romance. We got Eminem for Mr. Top T here. All right, so we got some diversity. This is good. Yeah, some good options. I feel like the ultimate like college bro karaoke song was Superman by what is that? If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? Like every bro I knew in college would karaoke that when we'd go to the local bars. Yeah. I wish I could, like, you know, do Leonard Skinner and Freebird and things like that, but yeah, no, I don't think I can sing like that. Maybe with a little bit of training or something. Country Roads, yeah, Country Roads is a good one for sure. Yeah, country songs are typically a little bit easier. I'm not like a huge fan of country in general, but there are some, you know, like especially older country. My grandpa was very much into country music. You know, he grew up in ye days of old, and he used to like, you know, Hank Williams and you know, all that really, really old school stuff. Johnny Cash. Yeah, Merle Haggard. I'm not calling him Haggard. His name is actually Merle Haggard. My grandpa used to really like all that stuff. So, you know, used to spend a lot of time with him as a kid, and I enjoyed that stuff. It was fun. Yeah, Kryptonite. That's what it was. Yeah, Black Sabbath has got to be really hard though, Sashimi Nissan. Like trying to sing like Ozzy. I mean, of course, you know, karaoke is all about being terrible, so it doesn't really matter. It's about what you enjoy. But man, yeah. I feel like Black Sabbath would be very tough. Dudes that wear cutoffs sing Three Doors Down on karaoke. Yeah, that's really funny. That's so true, man. Oh man, I remember one of the first times I went to a bar. There was like your stereotypical bro, like, oh babe, I'm gonna go up and sing, and of course it's that song, you know. Yeah, Kryptonite, which is a good song. I like it, mind you. Out in the countryside of Bakersfield. Yeah, my grandpa lived in Bakersfield for a while. He lived in Modesto and Bakersfield and all up the Central Valley back in the day. Yeah, country roads. Okay, it's a little more folky. Sure, that's fair play. That's fair play. All right, guys, we're here in the game. We'll get back to talking about all sorts of absurd stuff after this battle. Here we are. It's going to be the Skaven facing off against Sons of Sigmar. We do have Deathmaster Snickich, Skaven Slave battle line backed up by a secondary of Clan Rats, and Jezzails have been pretty common against Empire. Pretty good against cavalry, good against characters and artillery. And we have Deathglobe Bombadiers coming in for Human Boy. Okay, this is very interesting. So Deathglobes, of course, hit like absolute trucks. They do not have the damage over time effects, but they wreck some serious shop. For example, if you're charging a heavy cavalry unit or some greatswords or pretty much anything of value, honestly, Sigmar Sons, whatever. Deathglobe Bombadiers, if they can actually get those shots off, they can do some really, really serious work. And in the backfield, we do have the Thing, Helped Abomination to help deal with cavalry, a Plague Priest, and that's it. So cool little Skaven box. Usually they're in a very, very kind of tight position like this. Anyways, and now for the Sons of Sigmar. Marcus Wolfart, I love this army so far. Great swords mixed in. That's the one thing might be a little bit risky. But great swords, Sigmar Sons, Flagellants, and we got silver bullets and a battle line of archers. Maybe some huntsmen mixed in as well. No, just archers. And man, oh man, the Skaven are unleashing just some hellish fire on this Empire army. They need to get those cavalry up ASAP. So we got Knights of the Blazing Sun on the flank. Pretty good against Skaven. Magic resist does help quite a bit. And on top of that, they do have fire damage. So against regenerating Skaven monsters, they can get some work in. So here comes the Sons of Sigmar. Probably the Empire archers are going to want to shoot the Globadiers, but Globadiers do have 100 armor, which is kind of rough. A low model count and relatively low HP, so the fire still can be significant, but those greatswords are going to get melted so badly. And look at the avalanche mortars. Damn, those things hit so hard. Shooting into archers, that's pretty good for the Empire. As long as the greatswords and other high-value units are not being shot, then I think that's a big win for the Sons of Sigmar. Now, Marcus Wolfart has had to fall back. The Jezzails and other elements have put some serious hurt on him, and now the Death Globes are going to be throwing in and melting both Skaven Slaves as well as greatswords, and this is very, very cost-effective for the Skaven. Yeah, the greatswords will win the fights. Skaven Slaves will be routed, but the Globadiers are just getting beautiful fire, and they're taking a little bit of damage, but oh no, why did they switch targets? Oh, okay, it looks like they're going into the Knights of the Blazing Sun, which isn't a bad idea. And the Knights pull back, getting hit by those Globadiers. Knights of the Blazing Sun charging into the Skaven Slave Spears in the backfield and getting some nice little shock damage for sure. If this back line could be opened up and those Knights of the Blazing Sun could get in there and just really run through this army, that would be huge for the Empire. A couple archers and silver bullets broken back. The Bright Wizard may have been forgotten about. We should have seen some burning heads by now. Or a Flaming Sword of Ruin at the very least. So Falcon with the tactical reserves. Marcus Wolfart kind of lurking around the wings. He should probably come into combat and start shooting at Helped Abomination. But now the cavalry do get in. So Knights of the Blazing Sun saturate into the back line, run through Skaven Slaves, and also do get on top of the Globadiers. And yeah, cavalry here is still doing a great job. Obviously, one of the more valuable assets here in the Sigmarite army is paying for itself as it runs through Globadiers. Although you don't want to overchase here. Pull those Knights back, get into the Jezzails, get into the Avalanche Mortars, and live long and prosper. The other Knights of the Blazing Sun on the other side shut down by Deathmaster as well as the Plague Priest and some very cheap spears. They're now going to be falling back. And finally, we do get our Bright Wizard. So the Bright Wizard is here. It looks like a Flaming Sword of Ruin is active on a fair amount of Empire Infantry, which is quite nice. Empire Cavs swarming in, so the Avalanche Mortars should be shut down here by the Knights of the Blazing Sun. And the brave Greatswords of Sigmar continue to wade through the poison and all these weapons of the Skaven. And there they go. So the Jezzails as well as the Avalanche Mortars probably going to be falling here if not getting forced back. Yeah, these Avalanche Mortars really need to be put down. We have a very close game on our hands. Skaven probably a little bit ahead due to how low Marcus is, but aside from that, it's a pretty close game. But Marcus probably just wants to run here and come back in the later stages of the game. I mean, he's got to stay away from Deathmaster, who has popped concealment bombs. And Human Boy, yes, of course, a savvy Skaven warlord here is going to be getting Deathmaster, and this is going to be rough. This is going to be a little bit problematic. So here they come, Deathmaster coming for that booty. Marcus Wolfart certainly not prepared. Does he have the Hunter Snare active? If he does, he's going to live. But if he does not, he's going to get prison shanked and a little bit late on the draw. So he doesn't use it until he gets shanked. So he does take a lot of HP damage, about 600 with the scaling damage. And Deathmaster decides to retreat when he sees the Knights of the Blazing Sun coming in. So the Empire is doing well in many aspects of the battle. I mean, most of the Skaven army is shut down, but it is going to be very tough to kill the Skaven single entities. However, there still are, you know, 3 archers online. If he's able to rally all these archers and shoot at the thing Hell Pit Abomination here and just finish that off, you might be able to just, you know, grind down the Skaven characters with the flagellants. And, you know, this is one circumstance in which the great swords are actually going to be pretty strong. I mean, they have a great bonus versus infantry. They hit reasonably hard, so they might be good at wearing down the Skaven characters. We'll see. So Knights of the Blazing Sun circling about, looking and hunting for Skaven scraps. So far, Falcon doing an excellent job of chasing down these units, as is the Skaven player, Human Boy, of unifying his forces. Skaven really need to stay together in the later stages of the game, or else they'll get picked apart by the Empire mobility. Sigmar Sun's fighting the good fight with a couple of flagellants. Empire archers really need to get busy. They need to pile in and start shooting against these units. I'm not sure where he's going with all these archers. Looks like one is running this way, a couple running over here as well, but that Hell Pit Abomination is just primed to be brought down. Archers for Falcon over here are online as well. I mean, I guess just unify your army and prepare for a final fight. Honestly, I think that if both players played a perfect game from here on out, so let's say that both players made 0 mistakes and played a smooth, fluid game, I think that the Empire would win this. However, if the Empire kind of trickles in, doesn't unify its forces or get good engagements, so Skaven could still certainly win it. They have their characters, they have magic, and the Hell Pit Abomination is healing. But if the Empire gets its business together, surrounds the Skaven, gets some really solid focus fire on the Hell Pit Abomination and just grinds the characters down, I don't think Deathmaster can kill this many greatswords in flagellants. That's just too many. I mean, 77 right here, 83 right here. That is a fair amount of stopping power. And the Summon Clan Rats should be disappearing here in just a second. Let's see what's up here in the hills. Looks like there's some Skaven slaves. Do we have any weapons teams? Yep, some Warplock Jezzails, but Falcon with some very good WAP awareness, getting his Knights of the Blazing Sun and charging up the hill, and yeah, they're getting in there. A lot of people say that, you know, even with cavalry not being in its best state, you shouldn't bring them, but I honestly think it's still worth it to bring cavalry, especially against Skaven. Like, there's certain factions where they're really going to struggle is against things like Black Orcs, Bestigors, like heavy great weapon infantry, but I still think they're quite good against like light infantry and things like that, and, you know, chasing things off the battlefield and bunker busting back lines of certain factions. So yeah, just take it with a grain of salt there. So Knights of the Blazing Sun charging in, a little bit awkward though for sure. The archers need to fan out in 3 different directions. Send one this way, one in the middle, and one this way, so the other 2 can shoot. If you're having to run all 3 at once, it's not going to be great. So the Empire using some Reaganomics here, trickling in the trickle-down theory here with their Knights of the Blazing Sun, and it's not working. So they'll be forced back, might be able to come in, but what you need to do is just saturate with your infantry, and then from there, hammer with the cavalry in the back, and just cycle charge and rinse and repeat, and get that nice shock damage. Break the leadership of the Hell Pit Abomination, but now he's lost all 3 archers, potentially. Skaven might be able to chase him, but the Imperial forces are hot on their tail here. So looking up on the high ground, we do have Knights of the Blazing Sun, of course, fighting a bunch of spears in the trees. They're going to be taking a penalty there, so it's not going to be a great situation for them. Honestly, not really worth it to chase those Skaven slave spears. Those Knights of the Blazing Sun need to pull back here and get away, and here comes ye old flagellants. So this is no mere Hell Pit Abomination. This is the Hell Pit Abomination. It is the thing. Will the Empire be able to win just with his bump and grind here? I mean, there's a lot of infantry. The greatswords, of course, 69, baby. I always manage to find that number. Oh, man, but the Skaven magic playing a huge role here as it just nukes. So Lord Skrull able to get that beautiful, you know, nuke there on those units. Now the Knights of the Blazing Sun are coming in. This is the perfect opportunity to actually charge into the thing Hell Pit Abomination with its fluid injection active. You just take those Knights, you rear charge the Hell Pit, and you might be able to break its leadership and get it out. But now the Empire is really having a bad time, and it looks like Human Boy is going to edge out this game. So a couple of small mistakes from the Sons of Sigmar not stabilizing their archer line. They could have done that pretty well with the cavalry and a couple other things. But, you know, very good play by Human Boy, yes, and punishing, essentially, those mistakes. So charging in, Knights of the Blazing Sun get almost 400 or 500 damage instantly on the Hell Pit Abomination, but I think it might be a little too late. There's not too many flagellants left, and the Skaven do have summons in their back pocket, so I think that's going to be it. And Falcon withdraws. It was a good game. They're both great players, and that was a fun scrap to watch, but in the end, the foul Skaven will be claiming victory and proving to the Empire that they still do not exist. Well, the Huntsman, I guess the Hunts Marshal got away, so it is what it is. Johnny, really appreciate the donation. Hey man, I've been watching your channel for some time and wanted to say thank you for all the content. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right, so Human Boy is going to be taking over the King of the Hill spot. Deathmaster did okay, got like 1,000 value. Little globes, one of them got 14, Jezzails did decent, Hell Pit 1,600, and for the Empire Army, really interesting choice to see greatswords in here. Maybe there's some sort of a meta shift or a perceived meta shift to Storm Vermin, but really I'm not a huge fan of greatswords in this matchup. They're really not necessary. Like Storm Vermin you can just kill with cavalry charging and, you know, magic, whatever. Yeah, all right. GG, well played. So it's first come, first serve. The password is 1234. Anyone is welcome to join. Now we have Outer Regions. Outer Region's going to be here. So now let me go ahead and let the players know. All right, so King now uses pick 3 system. Ban 1. All right, cool. So we're just letting the players know what the current format is. We are going to update it to have Human Boy. We're just going to put his name a little bit shorter here so it'll actually fit in the dreaded box on the top right corner of the stream. Look at that power of technology, baby. Hell yeah. Still got it. All right, so we're on Eshin. It's going to be Outer Region versus Human Boy. We'll see what they do. The Blackthorn, it's been a while since you caught a stream. Yeah, it's good to be back, and thank you for joining. We're having fun. Well played to Falcon. Falcon. Yes. Yeah, Cavalry certainly has some issues right now. I still don't think they're useless. I think they're not as good as they were pre-Rakarth patch. That's when they probably were in their heyday. Because, you know, a lot of people assume that this Cavalry kind of issue came with, you know, the most recent patch, right, with the Silence and the Fury, but that's not the case. The Cavalry issue has been around since Rakarth, and, you know, a lot of people, especially, you know, observers, didn't even know it was a thing, really, right? Like, a lot of tournament players were kind of aware of it, but, you know, obviously most people didn't become aware until Indie Pride made a video on it, but yeah, it's been around for a while, and, you know, even, you know, casting ECLs, I still saw a ton of Cavalry play. So Cavalry aren't useless. They just have a couple weaknesses that you really have to be careful for, and a couple matchups in which they're just not as functional. And you know, like Bretonnia versus Greenskins is a big example because of Black Orcs, and like if you try and charge your questing knights or other units into Black Orcs, which they should be good against, they kind of just get wrecked. So yeah, it's a little bit of a tricky one. Are the Avalanche Mortars a DLC unit? Yes, they are. They are a DLC unit. Ant Martino, hey Turin, any tips for how to play Skaven in multiplayer? I feel like defending assets, weapons, teams as them is a big weakness of mine. Yeah, you know, that's a very important thing about playing Skaven. You need to be so you need to be really good at layering your defenses. Skaven don't really have quality infantry. Many, you know, powder factions like Dwarves and, you know, even Empire with, you know, Flagell and Sigmar Sons, Halberds, can just have like a single, spaghetti line in the front to defend their gun line. But essentially, you need to be good at layering your defenses and using summons to buffer your weaknesses. So basically, you have Skaven Slaves, you have Clan Rats. You need to use summons to run interference. The whole principle of running interference is really, really important in Skaven play. So, for example, you have artillery, you have catapults, mortars, your opponent's advancing on you. You need to think in your brain, what elements can I do to stop my opponent's army from getting to me, you know, in a very quick manner? Well, what you can do is you can drop summons ahead of their advance so they get tar pitted, and then that means less of their army will reach you. And the other thing is you can run interference. So you can get things like wolf rats. You can attack and harass their flanks, occupy their attention. They're going to then allocate their attention and resources to the wolf rats, which buys more time for your artillery and ranged assets to shoot. It's kind of a general principle, which is very common with Skaven, especially because of their summons. Vampire Coast can do this as well, but Skaven are really good at it because of wolf rats as well as their summons. So that's a really, really big thing. But Skaven can also play rush builds too. So if you want to rush, that's totally viable. Probably not as common, but it still can be very good. Skaven rushes can be impactful with like Rat Ogres and, you know, some of the other, you know, skirmisher units they have. So, all right. So, I think we got the Beastmen. They're ready. It's going to be Outer Region versus Human Boy. All right. Will sad moves continue on into the Silence and the Fury patch? Oh, I forgot to tell him no Wargore Chariots. Shit. Hopefully he didn't bring those. Outer Region, please don't bring those. Oh, I was going to make a special rule for today since it's kind of a casual thing that the Wargore Chariot characters just can't be brought, but oh well. Who knows? Is there a friendly fire rule in place for Wargore? Yeah, no, I should have. I was going to say something, but I totally forgot. I was just spaced out talking with you guys about Skaven tactics. All right, let's see what he's got. Come on, no Wargore Chariot characters, please. All right, no, what a hero of the people. Look at this man, Outer Region, a true sport. So he brought the 2 Wargores on foot, which is totally fine. They have no problems on foot. They're totally fair, and what a champ. All right, Outer Region winning the hearts and minds of the people. So for the Bray Herd, it's going to be Gore Herds in the front, backed up by Ungor's very common front line. The couple Ungor Raiders, which I think are essential in this matchup, very good at shooting down the Molder monsters. We got Centaurs and Poison Hounds into the sunset. A Jabber Scythe, which is quite good against Skaven, causes terror, can Mortis Engine them down, and yeah, just a, you know, all-around difficult presence to deal with. Malagor the Dark Omen with the Cygor Summon and Flock of Doom, and double Wargore on foot. The only sad move is how OP Wargores are. Yeah, Wargores are, they're OP on their chariots, but on foot they're completely balanced. I mean, they're fine, so. This is going to be a good game, and for the Skaven, we do have Skaven Slaves backed up by Poison Wind Globes this time. Once again, Human Boy really liking the Avalanche Mortars, Skaven Slave Slingers in the back to poke some of the light fur of the Beastmen. Council Guard, and what else do we got? Looks like we got some Wolf Rats and Rat Ogres. Pretty cool army for sure. Wolf Rats, I think, are really good against Beastmen. If you can get the charge onto their Centaurs and other units like that, you're going to be in good shape. Based out of region, yeah. The Chad Thundermoo, I know. So Jabberslife is an interesting one. Against this army, it's going to be really good. If the Skaven had gone for like Monster Mash, could be a little bit problematic, but most of the Skaven army is like infantry size. We have Lord Skrulk and the Assassins and a Chieftain all in foot. So the Jabberslife should be very happy here. Whereas the Gorgon is often pretty good against like Molder style of play and all those sort of things. Yes, my friends, and here we go. Let us know your predictions. You can either let us get a big moo in chat or, you know, the chittering. I don't know how you would kind of make that in typing, but, you know, you guys figure it out. We'll be good. Avalanche Mortars blasting in, and Gore Herds are 100% the high priority target. Pretty hard hitting. Not terribly expensive, but still blasting the Gore Herds is much more effective than shooting the crappy, cheap chaff units. And immediately, you guys see what I'm talking about. Lord Skrulk using a summon, and that summon will halt the advance of a couple units here, giving your artillery more time. Even more pronounced is how, like, you see Hadri's do it when he plays. He'll often run out ahead of his army and drop it, but the Beastmen started so close to him here that he didn't really have time for that. So Gore Herds moving in, and now going to be attacking the Clan Rats, and yeah, the battle is underway. The Mortar's still doing some serious damage as they do shoot into the Ungor Raiders right there, splashing them, and even a partial miss, I mean, still did some okay work. And this is going to be the big kind of focal point of the battle. We have a huge flanking maneuver coming in from the Beastmen. Will the Skaven be able to defend this? That is going to be crucial. Now, it's really hard to defend with Malagor because he can fly over and drop a Sigor summon in that battle, which is very, very smart. That's why Beastmen are so good at flank overloads right now. But he doesn't go over there with Malagor. He actually just kind of relies on his main force. As the Jabberslife does push into the back line, the Sigor summon has also been dropped here, so the Monster Mash is underway. However, Council Guard are nearby. These brave rats will be piling in, and their leadership is unbreakable, so the Council Guard can actually never be affected by the Mortis Engine because their leadership can't drop below 50% because it's unbreakable. So a really nice pick against the Jabberslife, and that's one of the reasons why Jabberslife, I've always wondered about like restricting them to just one compared to like traditional Mortis Engines, because there are many circumstances in which they just don't do much against like high, you know, factions that it's very tough to get their leadership down, but even still, a discussion for another day. Jabberslife moving out, going after the Skaven Slave Slingers, and the Beastmen flank here did okay. Ogres and Wolf Rats kind of broken. A bit of an even wash, to be honest. And now you can see the Sigor still stomp into the back line. These globes are offline. It looks like a lot of the Skaven army is in tatters, kind of scattered all over the place, but the Skaven character is still very functional, and the Avalanche Mortars are back online here. Sigor Summit, of course, is temporary also, and Lord Skrulk, I'm not really sure what he's doing. Probably getting the Skaven characters and going after the Jabberslife might not be bad, but really at this point, I think Skaven just got to defend their one Avalanche Mortar and just kind of, you know, fight on top of the Council Guard and live their best lives. The Wargors in here will be quite good. Wargors do have that bonus for his infantry, can help chew through these forces. Malagor, the Red Bull, is going to be dropping a Flock of Doom on top of Council Guard here, which of course will be quite nice. It's a couple other units nearby. And now the Skaven character squad going after the lone Jabberslife. Jabberslives are pretty mobile. I think it should probably try and run here. Its speed is 59 after the poison. But the Jabberslife is getting prison shanked from many angles here and needs to get away. Yes, there it goes. Good play here from Outer Region. Good to be circling about. Of course, if you guys haven't seen Outer Region, he's played in Faction Wars as Beastmen and is a very, very solid Beastmen main. Even in the Dark Ages, when Beastmen were the laughingstock of the old world, he was maining them and taking names and doing his thing. So Sigor Summon is down. The Jabberslife moving in, going to be going after the Council Guard. Still is a nice armor-piercing monster, but the Mortis Engine is going to be hitting the Clan Rats, but it will not be hitting the Council Guard, like I said, though Council Guard are getting worn down by natural means, but a really nice flank. So it looks like some Chaos Warhounds did rally on the edge of the map, came back in, and now the Skaven probably will be losing their mortar teams. This is a very, very nice catch here for the forces of Chaos. Well, I guess they're both Chaos, so of the Beastmen. And the Avalanche Mortars should be paying the price. We'll find out here in the next episode. So the Beastmen getting a nice catch here. Poison Wind Globes and the Avalanche Mortars all taken offline. Skaven making their very, very valiant last stand here. Although it's a close battle, but it looks like the Beastmen are a little bit ahead as Lord Skrulk and the Ogres and characters are fighting here. Mortis Engine of the Jabberslife, of course, doing some work against the cheap Skaven troops. And the Rod of Corruption from Skrulk pushing right back, hitting the Gore Herds and those other units. But the Beastmen still have Malagor, probably another Sigor summon. The Wargor is going to be very good at dealing with Skaven units and characters as well. And the Jabberslife, oh no, that's so not good for Skrulk. Now if you get the Centaurs over here and attack Skrulk away, and Jabberslives are really, really good at pushing people out of combat. Look at this, Malagor is on death's bed though, you better be careful. So here comes ye old Jabberslife, fighting the good fight, and it looks like the reign of the King of Skaven may be coming to an end somewhat early. was a close game for sure. It was good. It was a good, solid 5-minute game, and it's looking like Skaven are in some serious trouble, though. You know, I personally thought that this matchup was favored for Beastmen before the DLC, so with the new changes they've gotten, I think it's going to be a little bit tougher for Skaven. Not to say they can't win. I've had a couple battles against new Beastmen with Skaven, and I've been able to win. Really, a lot of it has come down to like really aggressive Wolf Rat play and just collapsing their Centaur positions with like, you know, big Skaven pushes, and then using your Wolf Rats and other tools to shut down their archers and things like that. But yeah, the Rats are trying their best. The Jabber's Life being nice and angry probably hasn't gotten too much value. Let's go ahead and double check here. Oh, actually not bad. Wow, I'm really impressed. I didn't think it would have gotten too much, but I guess beating on the Skaven characters with its bonus for its infantry has been really nice. 2,000 value, so it's paid for itself. And Lord Skrulk is on his last legs as the mighty Malagor, the dark pigeon, peacock, I don't know, he's some sort of bird, flies in there and breaks the back of the Skaven. And Outer Region is going to be claiming victory as well. Yeah, I mean, Skaven technically are Beastmen as well, a little bit, aren't they? A different kind of beast, but it is what it is. And the mighty Jabberslife and the double foot Wargore doing some great work. GG, well played. Wargores are a nice addition to Beastmen. Even without the chariots, having like foot-based single entities that are relatively cheap and effective, I think it's great. I think it's great. So weird seeing Beastmen top dog again. Yeah, Beastmen are definitely good, but it's tricky, Arrow. Like, I'm hesitant to call them top dogs. I mean, yeah, if you take into account the broken nature of the chariots on the Wargores, yeah, if those can be used, they're top no matter what. But without that, like, I think they're going to be like a high tier faction, especially with Malagor's changes. But I don't know. I don't know if they'd be S tier. We haven't had the chance to like see them in actual functional tournament play, right? Too much. I would definitely agree with you though, Arrow. I think that Beastmen are top tier. Yeah. Now that I think about it, probably like an A tier faction, maybe S. I don't know. I got to play against them more. I've had some success against them with like even with like Tomb Kings and stuff like that. So I don't know. We will see. Victorious Mooing, the Crow Daddy. Yeah, Crow Daddy's pretty good. All right, so the spot will be taken over by Outer Region. There we go. We'll be having a faction war soon. I'll probably have a qualifier sometime this next week, and then we'll do a faction war shortly after that. So that'll be back once they... Creative Assembly is going to be doing a patch to fix the chariot problems. Yeah. Oh, the Dark Lord Felcon is here. He is here. Felcon says, please don't look at my build. No problem. No problem. Okay. All right, let's get Beastmen again. Let's get the Beastmen again. The Dark Lord Felcon. Yeah, Aerocrastic, I agree. I think like A tier. I wouldn't call Beastmen like, I don't know, S tier. We haven't had any practical experience of seeing them because nobody's really hosting tournaments right now, like big ones, because of the bugs. So, oh, Dwarves. Okay, so we got Dwarves versus High Elves. Oh man, he picks Dwarves into High Elves. Maybe he thinks the new Dwarven units will do the trick. We'll find out. And it's against Felcon, so that's pretty scary for sure. Yeah. I mean, but if you, of course, account for the bugs that Beastmen have with their Tuskor Chariot characters, yeah, they would be S tier. But without those, I think they're like a high tier faction, but I wouldn't call them overpowered without those. I would say they're pretty balanced. Like, Jabber's Life is a balanced unit. Gorgon is pretty balanced. Like, honestly, Malagor, I think, is good, but he's not, like, any better than some of the other best lords in the game. So I think Beastmen they did a good job with that, with the exception of some of the bugs that have come with it. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen tournaments for sure. But like I'm talking like I don't know, like Everchosen qualifier, like really big ones with like 80 to 100 people to really get a good metric to the efficacy of Beastmen, you know? It's pretty calm right now. It's pretty calm right now. A tier, yeah, I would say A tier. Beastmen are A tier, yeah. Not S tier, but they're up there. Oh no, he's going Beastmen. Oh no, he said I'm just looking. Okay, so he's going Beastmen. And Felcon says, please go Beastmen. Okay, one thing, Outer. We aren't doing Tusk, Wargore Chariot characters today. If you don't mind. I know it seems like a funky rule, but it's just not fun. Like, if you're just winning games with a broken unit, then it's just like, you know. I'm sure he understands. Yeah, Arrow, that's true. Yeah, AoE spells are actually bugged right now too, which is a little bit problematic. Sorry guys, you're shutting the door here. Yeah. All right. What about casters? That should be fine. Just the one. Yeah. Yeah, so he can bring a caster on one, because I mean, you know, like if you just force them to have their caster on foot, that's a big deal. So we'll make an exception for like casters and things like that. Cool. Because then you also have to put your caster in harm's way, so it's not quite as broken. But you know, I don't want to be like, you have to bring your caster on foot. You know, that's kind of stupid. So we'll let that roll. Yeah, Anticity's been doing good tourneys for sure. Yeah, I've been following him. I've been out of town for the past couple weeks. I'm waiting to start up the ECL again until some of the bugs get fixed, though. And if they don't get fixed, you know, if there's a patch and they just don't address them, then we'll just move forward and, you know, deal with it. But, you know, for now, I'm just kind of doing more casual events. Yeah, Curse of Honor is really, really good. Yeah, with the current business going on. Yeah, greenskins are still top tier for sure. All right. Outer region is here, facing off against the dreaded High Elves of Felcon. Felcon asked me not to look at his build, which means that there must be something really, really spicy in there. I would still say greenskins are S tier, yeah. Even with the price increases they got and some of the minor tweaks, I would still say greenskins are S tier. They're really, really strong. Yeah. I mean, I had the chance to play them in some of the early access battles, and they were still really, like, it didn't feel that different. All right, so here we are. It is going to be the High Elves versus the Beastmen. Will the Dark Lord Felcon take over his very comfortable spot? His usual home on the King of the Hill? We'll find out. We got High Elves. I'm excited for this. Yeah, watch Felcon go all cavalry. That would be really funny. We are not doing ogres today. No, we're not. No ogre kingdoms. We do throw them in for like ultra funds tournaments and things like that every now and then, but yeah, for traditional, you know, 1v1s, which are a little bit more. Oh my god, you guys predicted it. Who nailed that? Ah, Tequila Sunset nailed that in chat, saying watch Felcon go all cav. Guys, you know, people have been shitting on cav quite a bit. Well, if somebody can make them work, we'll see. It is mass silver helms here for Felcon, and it's also going to be a mage of metal. And Tyrion, wow, there are no words for this. This is something. This is some shit. Now for the forces here of the Beastmen, it's going to be Morker. We got a Brave Shaman of Beasts. Looks like Centaurs with great weapons. That's going to be a lifesaver for him. A bunch of cheap spears, Centaurs with throwing axes to do well against the cavalry potentially, including the Grog Hooves of Wolf's Run, and it is going to be the Mighty Gorgon, the Bloodbrute Behemoth. So yeah, the Beastmen do have tools to deal with mass cavalry. We'll find out. This is going to be very tough. I mean, I think the Beastmen, if they play perfectly, will have the advantage here for sure. But, I mean, if they slip up, let anything get isolated, kind of picked off, like, you know, that's a little bit of a problem. That is a little bit of a problem. We'll see. Summon the Elfarim, I know. We got Final Transmutation too, which can be really good at nuking down. Like, if I were Felcon, I would try and snipe the Brave Shaman, who is on a Tuskor chariot, so he's going to be doing obscene amounts of damage. So you're going to need to kill that character pretty quick. Balance of Power is already Beastmen favored. It tends to happen in this patch whenever you have that chariot. So, all right, predictions. Who do you guys think is going to win? Will it be the Dark Lord Felcon or Outer Region, our new Beastmen King of the Hill, who is holding his crown and hanging out and doing it to it? All right. So here they come, Silver Helms doing a big move forward. See what the players are saying in chat. No panic yet, just basically saying ready and good luck, have fun, and all that sort of good stuff. A pretty good time. So here they come. I mean, yeah, they're not going to take a ton of damage charging into Ungor Spearmen. They'll be totally fine against those. Cavalry have problems charging into Blackworks, high mass, great weapon infantry. That's where they really, really struggle typically with the current patch. But here they come. Does a little bit of a flanking charge into the side of those units and gets a little bit of work in. And the Silver Helms up here charge in, but a massive ambush coming in from Outer Region. Although the fight is honestly going pretty well. The Silver Helms seem to be trading okay. Tyrion, in the meantime, looking to force some fights here on the flanks, just charging in on all fronts. But yeah, the cavalry really didn't take too much damage. You can see these ones here got a little bit worked down by the spears, but really nothing too terrible. So this is what Felcon wants. He wants a big blob fight, so then his Mage of Metal can use a big final transmutation and just punish this. However, the Beastmen are ready as well. There's going to be a Curse of Onrare going down, which is going to be debuffing the combat stats of all these units. But I would imagine the Mage of Metal will be counter-punishing this Beastman army and using a huge, fat, erect final transmutation. Aside from that, Falcon just charging through all the infantry should be able to kill these spears with relative efficiency. Doesn't want to leave his cav in the fight too long, but does break the Centaurs as well as the Chaos Warhounds. And honestly, the cavalry of the High Elves seems to be doing okay. He does pull back here, doesn't take too many casualties. A little bit of damage on the Silver Helms, but nothing to write home about. And it looks like he did not use his final transmutation, rather just methodically trying to pick apart the Beastmen infantry across the battlefield as these Ungor Spearmen are broken here. And where, oh where, will the Dark Lord go next? So Silver Helms there should be broken off. These ones staying in sustained combat a little bit too long against the spears, although probably having some troubles getting away as the spearmen units, obviously they got some pointy sticks, which obviously cavalry do not like. And now Falcon going to be regrouping his forces, so the Rohirrim preparing for the charge of the Mumakil, going to be squaring up here, and I'm sure Tyrion gave a very, rallying speech to his forces as they now prepare to collapse on the Beastmen. And they do have a more mobile army than the Beastmen in some ways. Morkar is going to be very slow on the ground. Tyrion, does he have Sunfang? He does. He has Sunfang plus the Heart of Avalor. And a Sunfang down these like Ungors here would actually be very, very cost effective. So both armies taking a little bit of damage. The Gorgon looking to fight here. Will the cavalry... Oh man, Falcon's going to maybe get caught here by the Centaurs with Grey Opens. A little bit unfortunate. He does charge in one unit. Now the Gorgon and the Tuskors are coming in. I think this is the time for the final transmutation. It looks like he's committing to this pretty heavily. So yeah, both characters are just going in deep for it. And final transmutation will be hitting all these units, but it does not hit the Tuskor character. It hits the Bloodbrute Behemoth, the Centaurs with Grey Opens, and of course the infantry, which might give the advantage to the Elvish forces. Granted, their stats are heavily debuffed right now, and it looks like Falcon will be falling back at this point, as the second wave of Chaos Spawn is dropped from Morkar the Shadowgate. Now up on the high ground, Centaurs getting hunted down by the Silver Helms, the High Elf Cavalry winning many of their engagements here, charging in against the Chaos Warhounds, able to kind of take those guys out. It looks like the High Elves did get the upper hand on that engagement. And now Falcon basically wants to wait out the summons. You need to kind of just wait for the Chaos Spawn to go away. And when that happens, you save up your Winds of Magic and you re-engage from there. So Beastmen chasing pretty heavily, but their army is quite damaged. But all the high-value assets really haven't taken too much, like the Bloodbrute Behemoth. Morkar's in good shape, the Bray Shaman is in good shape, and that's no surprise. Silver Helms aren't designed to kill such targets, so that is going to be the one big glaring weakness of this army. And the only thing that Falcon's really going to have to answer it is going to be Tyrion. Tyrion's going to have to go pretty balls deep and, potentially solo a lot of these targets. So right now he's trying to catch the Grog Hooves of Wolf's Run. They're very fast though. They do have 93 speed, whereas the High Elf Heavy Cavalry do have speed in the high 70s, which is very fast for heavy cavalry, but catching these Centaurs who happen to have hooves is going to be tough. So yeah, angle of pursuits, as long as Falcon takes a good angle like straight through here, he could probably catch them, but it looks like he's just going for an acceleration like directly into their face here. On the far side, we do have Silver Helms chasing down a couple chaff units here, and now Tyrion's going to be turning around to battle maybe the Bray Shaman. The spawn will be disappearing in a hot moment, and the cavalry of Falcon still trying to catch the Grog Hooves of Wolf's Run, but he wasn't quite able to get them. The angle of pursuit, he kind of gave up on that. He had an opportunity to maybe cut them off, but I think now they're going to be too fast to get away, so we will see. Balance Fire's even-ish. It's not that different than when it was when the game started because of the Tuskor character. And Tyrion on the hunt going after the Grog Hooves once again. He might catch him. I mean, with proper angles of pursuit, he should. These Silver Helms could cut off this space, and now it looks like they're going to be taking the fight. So the Beastmen decide to commit, which is smart, because now they can use a Manticore Summon. They can force an apocalyptic fight here. Maybe force the High Elves to fight, a final duel. We'll see. Oh, that's going to be a good Sunfang, though. That should be quite nice. Although, out of region with the MLG dodge. Very, very well played. I mean, little things like that can totally save you the game, right? So he charges in there. Cavalry able to do some decent work against the Grog Hooves. The Manticore Summon is active. Beastmen have a lot of summons in this build. Morkar plus a Wildcaster is going to lend to a pretty powerful summoning composition. And the High Elf Cavalry are pulling back here, and maybe looking for a big surround in the fourth quarters of the game. Some of the units are in combat here, but yeah, just trying to do some skirmishing and light engagements until the Manticore Summon wears off. Looking around the battlefield, I'm not seeing too much in terms of rallying units for either force. I think they're both just kind of getting their bearings here. Tyrion going in to try and hurt this character. Does he make contact? He does not, so he's going to have to pull back right there. As some of the Silver Helms do get caught here in combat, and the Centaurs and throwing axes should be able to give them the business. So there they go. The Beastmen, the Centaurs, hunting down the High Elf Cavalry. Yeah, it looks like the Manticore is in combat, just kind of picking off a couple Silver Helms here. The High Elves are 100% just waiting for a final transmutation. Basically taking loose engagements here and there, and reforming ranks, but they're just waiting for a final transmutation. One final apocalyptic battle to rule them all. Tyrion should be pretty effective at killing Morkar too, if it does come down to it. Morkar doesn't have any resistances against Tyrion's damage types, So here it is. Let's see what happens. The battle is upon us. And now it is time. I still think the Beastmen are in a pretty clear state of advantage here. But they're out of summons, so they can't falsely inflate the balance of power to end the game. And the Rohirrim, you know, gather once again. A lot of very, very low silver helms here. But you do have the advantage of potentially breaking leadership. And a final transmutation here will be quite gross. But I think Outer Region is aware of this. I don't think he's going to let that happen. I think he's going to commit with a small force and leave, you know, a lot of his stuff like the Bray Shaman and the Centaurs, the throwing axes kind of back. And yeah, getting ready to go, man. The fight is here. Here comes your boy Tyrion, maybe looking for a Sunfang. I'm not really sure where the Beastmen are going. I guess they're moving into the trees. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a wild one. Here comes your boy Tyrion. The Beastmen maybe looking to take up refuge in the tree line. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to do a rules arbitration here in this particular battle, but yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Because the cavalry weren't really fighting also. There was nothing really attacking, so he was kind of running without attacking to an extent. I mean, there was some loose fighting with things that were being caught, but overall, yeah, this is gonna be tricky. So if nothing happens here in a second, I'll let them know that they need to move. So, all right, you'll need to move out of forest, and Falcon will need to attack. All right, letting him know what's up. I gave the warning. Again, today is an extremely casual event. So don't worry, we're taking it quite light here. Tyrion kind of poking around the trees here. And here comes the bloody Gorgon, the Bloodbrute Behemoth looking like it wants to fight here. And the Beastmen just kind of hanging out. I mean, on one note, you know, a final transmutation here could be very good against this like blob force. The Beastmen are now going to be moving out of the trees. It looks like he may have seen my message. Yeah, you can't just camp in the forest like that. I mean, Falcon has to attack too, but like you're not required to attack an army that's sitting in the forest, so... Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't need to attack the units that are in the trees. Yeah, no, in the order in which I said it is that he needs to move out of the forest, and then Falcon will need to attack once that's done. So, I let him know. If somebody's camping in the trees, you don't need to attack. And that actually is quite a boon for Falcon, because then he can just, you know, sit there and basically regenerate his Winds of Magic and all that sort of good stuff. So Tyrion going in to the Behemoth, and it looks like both armies are finally preparing to fight. He has emerged from the bushes. Silver Helms charging into Centaurs with throwing axes and getting a pretty favorable trade, and now both players are here. So the battle is upon us. We are all good, and here comes the magic. That little delay for the Beastmen may have actually given more magic to the Elves, and here comes a big final transmutation. That's going to be overcasted too, probably. And Tyrion doing quite a number here on the Bloodbrute Behemoth, and the entire Beastmen army gets absolutely crumbed. Yeah, nasty, nasty stuff. Look at that, Bloodbrute Behemoth going down pretty quick, but man, Tyrion getting worked too! This thing does have scaling damage, so it just hits like an absolute raid boss once you get low. Oh, Tyrion, is he gonna get the rebirth? He does get the rebirth. That saves the balance of power, but will Tyrion be chased off the battlefield is the question. Oh man, if Tyrion's able to rally, okay, looks like Tyrion is back. It says he's steady, but he's terrified still? Okay, that's a very long terror route. Anyways, High Elf Cavalry still fighting against the Centaurs. Tyrion is back, now being attacked by a bunch of these Centaurs here. And he does get intercepted by the Wolves of Grog something or other. We'll see if he's actually able to defeat those. A couple of the cavalry units of the Silver Helms fighting the fight. Man, oh man, this is turning out to be a really scrappy game. But of course, any game with players of this caliber is usually going to be pretty scrappy. And Tyrion, how is he doing against the character? Looks like he does get a nice hit on the Bray Shaman. The Bray Shaman character is going to be getting worked on by Tyrion, but giving some damage back as well. But if Tyrion can get that character off the battlefield, that'd be quite a boon. And here you can see the cavalry of Falcon are chasing down the Centaurs and trying to, you know, finish him off here, while Tyrion just continues to hunt this Bray Shaman. Killing the Bray Shaman would be pretty massive, especially for tilting the balance of power, although you got to watch out for that Gorgon. That guy's coming in hard, and he is going to hit very, very hard if he manages to make contact with Tyrion. So Tyrion going to be pulling back at this point. I don't know if there's going to be another final transmutation. I'm not sure. The Beastmen down to basically a couple characters. Tyrion moving in once again. I don't know. Can that rebirth trigger a couple times? Not sure. Yeah, a little bit hard to say. But anyways, that looks like it's going to be game. GG, well played. It was a good scrap. A little contentious there at the end, but, you know, that's how it goes. Yeah, poor Tyrion. He tried. All right. Well, that was a complete meme build. 1000% of a meme build, and he still put up a great fight. Obviously, this build had some massive glaring weaknesses in that it didn't really have anything that could kill a Gorgon effectively. It didn't have anything that could effectively kill the characters. It was very good at clearing out the rest of the Beastmen army, which it did. The Beastmen had nothing left at the end except their characters, but it was just a little bit too memey to pull out the actual win. So Outer Region is going to go up 2-0 today. Falcon's meme was valiant, but in the end, the Beastmen will be emerging victorious. GG. No P. So if your army is in forest, he doesn't have to attack. That's how it is at the moment. All right, cool. So Outer Region continuing his Beastmen run. We will go on a small map now. We'll do the Glacial Lake. Good luck, have fun. All right. It was tricky. Zero stress. All right, all good. Yeah, the High Elves are definitely not a happy faction these days, in my opinion. I think they're very difficult to play. Granted, I do enjoy playing them from time to time. I really like using High Elf Phoenixes. I think High Elf Single Entity Cheese is probably still the best way to play them. It can be very strong. So Lich109 saying, here's a fun fact about Beastmen. There's something wrong with Wildtide. If you overcast it on heavy cavalry after they charge, it does 75% HP damage to them. Wow, pretty crazy. Yeah, I'll have to give that some testing. Yeah, so in my experience of the testing I've done, heavy cavalry, or cavalry in general, really get wrecked when they charge into high mass great weapon infantry. But aside from that, if you're charging into like chaff units like goblins or orc boys or you know swordsmen, whatever, like they still do pretty well. But it's when they charge into high mass great weapon infantry is that when they get wrecked. Which it's been like that for a while. It's been like that for a while. All right, so we got Beast, Dwarf, and Lizardmen. And then Pyronado here is going to ban Dwarves and pick Wood Elves. And then we got Lizardmen versus Wood Elves. Okay, so new Lizards versus the Wood Elves. Good luck, have fun. We are on a smallish map, but, you know, it'll just get things going a little bit quicker. Yeah, Professor Pone coming in with some serious wisdom. The Grim Warden could have carried that. Yes, Eltharion the Grim would have easily won that game. You know, honestly, all jokes aside, Eltharion probably would he have been better than Tyrion? No. No, probably not. Tyrion there was probably better. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. We will see, my friends. And you guys got, I mean, yeah, Beastmen are very strong right now, and they do have a couple bugs. In that game, the only thing we saw that was bugged from the Beastmen was the Chariot character, just the one, and it didn't even do that much damage, so it wasn't a big deal. But like, you also have to give credit to Outer Region. He's a very good player too. He's gotten to the top 4 of my tournaments consistently. Has played in Faction Wars. He's a very, very good player too. So, not to take away from his play, he's been playing quite well. Yes, yes. Y'all got some Dawi. Oh, the day is young. I'm sure there'll be some dwarves coming in. So we got Wood Elves versus the Lizard Folk. I wonder if we'll see anything new here. Oxyotl against Wood Elves? I don't think so. I think it's better just to bring like a Slann or something. Yeah, we'll see. Hope we get some Dark Elves. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe some Druchii will make an appearance. Although I think our best chance for Druchii may have just left the scene. I know Felcon's been playing a lot of Druchii. He won that Ultra Funds tournament we had a couple days ago. I guess almost a week ago. I don't really remember when that was. He was able to win that and do quite well for himself. Loopy, that's pretty funny. Yeah, Razorgore Herds are really good too. Yeah, they're still good. They're still very good. All right, Pyronado and his Wood Elves, Outer Region. Are we going to see traditional tactics of the dual Solar Engine? That's very much the standard. Solar Engine's backed up by like Sara Spears and Chameleon Skinks. That was like the meta for the longest time against the Wood Elves. I'm curious what would be really good in terms of the new units. Maybe you could mix in a Chameleon Stalker or two, like with their fire damage attacks. Maybe against like Dryads they could do well with their precursor ammo. I don't know. Then you have, then what else? The Quaddle's probably pretty terrible here, honestly. Troglodyte, not so great, I don't think. Although you could justify a Skink Oracle. A Skink Oracle still might be good. It has like Fireball, it has Earthblood. With proper micro, if you can avoid enemy missiles, it might be okay. But typically Wood Elves just go super wide with archers and infantry in this matchup, so I don't think any of the new stuff is going to be that great. Who you got, Sandhagen or Tillishaw? Oh, I don't know. I'd like to see Sandhagen win. Like just, but you know, Dillashaw is pretty scary. But again, when he fought before, he was on EPO, so you have to take a lot of that with a grain of salt. Yeah, I don't know. I really have no idea. I'm going to watch that after this, so I'm going to go watch some UFC. Well, not go. I'm just going to watch it in my living room, so. That's how we roll, man. That's how we roll. So will the Pyronado be able to dismantle the King of the Hill and take over the crown? Always the Shredder of Lustria. Yeah, the Shredder of Lustria is pretty cool. Could that catch him off guard? Probably not, because the very meta Wood Elf build is to bring like 1,000,000 archers, and then the Shredder is just going to get dragged down. Unless he went with like a Durthu build, and then suddenly the Shredder is going to be, you know, eating some trees. Antonius, thank you for becoming a new member. Welcome to the Dukes of Haggard. Appreciate you. And we're here, man. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, Stalkers could be good here for sure. EPO is a performance enhancing drug. Yeah, it basically is like really good for, you know, people like your cardiovascular endurance and things like that. Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. I like, you know, Mr. Sandhagen is pretty fun. He really doesn't look like a fighter. You look at the guy and you're like, oh yeah, it's like, looks like a guy you'd see at your local game store, but he is a beast. All right, gonna ready up, get this party started. Hey, my smoking hot wife is here. Lady Turin in chat. Hell yeah. I'm a lucky man. And it is time, the Wood Elves versus the Lizards. The duel of duels is upon us. The current King of the Hill, outer region, continuing to moo his reign of terror over all of his foes. We are now on the Glacial Lake, a pretty small map, but, you know, I like to mix in small maps and big maps and all that sort of good stuff. And yeah, we're doing it. We're having a great old time. All right, so will there be meta builds? Looks like both players have pretty functional, solid computers, which is always a good start. And it's looking very meta here for the Lizards. Now, a couple things have been mixed in. Oh wait, are these Arcs of Sotek? No, Solar Engines. So we got double Chameleon Stalker, which is cool. We do also have Oxyotl, okay, and some Cold and Sphere Riders. So somewhat meta. Basically, he gave up the Sar Spears to get extra Stalkers and some Cavalry, which is, you know, obviously not what we were used to seeing before. Maple Killer, welcome. Thank you for becoming a member here on the channel. And good times. Good times are here, man. Good times to come. The Mad Mulletess. Imagine if Lady Turin and I both had mullets. How crazy would that be? That would be some majestic shit. All right, Hawk Riders up in the sky. This is very off meta. Oh my god. The Hawk Riders might have some problems, though. They usually get wrecked pretty bad by Chameleon Skinks. So Hawk Riders backed up by a Great Eagle and the Sisters of Twilight. Battle line's going to be Eternal Guard with War Dancers with Azerite Spears in the back. And double Waystalker. Huh, very interesting build. Extremely off meta. Yeah, this is not normal at all in this matchup. Typically, like, these type of units really get wrecked by Lizards because of all the poison darts they have, like from, you know, the cohorts and the Chameleon Stalkers, or excuse me, Chameleon Skinks and all that stuff, so we will see. What are your favorite maps generally for casual 1v1s? Oakenhammer is probably my favorite. Oakenhammer, I really like the Estalian Tomb. I actually enjoy Glacial Lake quite a bit, although it's not the most balanced map, but if you're playing with friends, it's totally fine. Because you can be really annoying on Glacial Lake. You could deploy right here and block your opponent with this and then like block them in this choke here and take the high ground here. You can be really degenerate on this map. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be pretty great. All right, so the battle is underway. Solar Engines shooting downtown, going after the Winterheart Guard. Winterheart Guard taking, wow, 12 casualties right away. Pretty nice little start for the Dinos. Oxyotl, you know, he's going to be good here. Oxyotl with the Master Predator is going to be able to sit and stay invisible and just shoot at whatever he wants. So he could just sit and shoot at the Great Eagles, you know, any of those different units, and he can live long and prosper. So here come the Javelins throwing up into the sky after the Hawk Riders. The Chameleon Stalkers have dropped their precursor ammunition into the Eternal Guard and actually seems to do some pretty good damage. Let's see what happens here, as the second volley should go out any second. I really like that. It's pretty cool. Man, look at the damage from those Stalkers into the Eternal Guard. Seems like they might have a pretty nice niche in this matchup. Now, the Sisters of Twilight going in pretty ballsy. This is very aggressive, especially with Oxyotl and all these Chameleon Skinks nearby. The Sisters of Twilight decide to get into combat, and look at that. Oh, the rear shot right into the face of that Chameleon Skink right there. Pretty hilarious, but I think this is going to go pretty bad. I think that Pyronado might have gotten a little bit overzealous here, you know, charging in with the Sisters and taking a ton of damage from the Bastillodons. Two Waystalkers, I'm not sure where they're shooting. It looks like they are maybe shooting at the Bastillodon. They don't have great AP, though. They're not like, you know, hardcore AP missile pieces, so I think Sisters of Twilight probably need to get back, just sit back here and shoot from a range at the Solar Engines and hope they can juke the returning fire. But overall, this looks like it's a pretty dominant fight for the Lizard so far. Like, the Hawk Riders really aren't doing anything. Their DPS output is just god-awful with their bows against these type of units. Like, these little cheap Chameleons who have missile resist, and then the big armor on the Bastillodons. There's quite literally no good targets here for the Hawk Riders, and they're having a bad old time. So, Sisters of Twilight getting pounded the 1-2 punch right in the face from ye old Bastillodons, the little happy lizards shooting their science fiction lasers at the Sisters of Twilight. As far as the Wood Elf Infantry goes, it's looking pretty bad as well. The Chameleon Stalkers have heavily dominated the Eternal Guard and are now moving into the backfield. A couple of Wood Elves still putting up a fight here on the western flank. You can see, or I guess Eastern technically if you're looking at the minimap, but the Azrai Spears and Eternal Guard making their way through the skink cohorts. But I mean, there's just so many Chameleon Skinks. Oxyotle's just sitting back here with his little blowpipe, having a great time. And the Solar Engine ammunition is pretty healthy, as is their HP pool. So I don't think they're going to be going anywhere anytime soon, and just getting some really, really nice shots. Spray Fire mode coming in from the Sisters of Twilight from downtown, hammering into the Chameleon Stalkers. And here comes the dreaded Great Eagle landing in and getting a nice little rout on the Stalkers. Pretty cute stuff for sure. Sisters getting some Spray Fire, but now Colden Rider is going to be pushing in. These are the anti-large ones? Yes, they are. So they do have the anti-large spears. Therefore, the bird is probably going to be cooked and served up for a nice Christmas or Thanksgiving feast. I guess that depends on where you are in the world. The Wood Elves kind of ebbing the bounce bar back a little bit, interestingly enough. I thought it would start going towards army losses, but it would appear that the Sisters and the two Waystalkers... Oh my god, it just occurred to me the Wood Elves don't even have a caster! This is a madman going into a match against such a player like Outer Region with no caster. Okay. Okay. This guy knows how to adventure. He knows how to party. He does not have a caster. So, you should always bring a caster. There is never a reason not to bring a caster, at least in my anecdotal experiences. But you know what? This guy's having some fun. He's living his best life. Solar Engine here blasting the Sisters of Twilight, -19, and that Twilight lady is going to be running for the hills. You know, I guess there's kind of a, you know, you get more of that single target sniping, right, by not bringing a caster here, but it is what it is. Yes, the password is 1234 for anyone who wants to join. So if you're looking to join in, it's first come, first serve, and we're going to be going for about 2 to 3 hours today. Hopefully I won't say that, and then 4 hours will pass, because usually if I stream 4 hours, you know, I kind of have to take it easy the rest of the day with my stupid hand, so... Wood Elves still fighting the good fight, but the Stalkers are moving forward. They are out of their precursor ammo, but they should be able to drag down the Wood Elf characters as Legolas runs in there doing this little swirling blades attack. But that should be it. That should be it. The Azrai Spears, pretty good in combat. I mean, even though they're, you know, anti-large, they're still a pretty good base combat stat, so they probably will tear apart some of the Stalkers, but with the sheer number of cavalry and solar engines and just the presence of just so many lizards on the battlefield, just all over the place. Look at these Chameleon Stalkers, all these different units. It's going to be game blouses most likely. Sisters of Twilight getting blasted pretty good there by the Bastillodon with the Solar Engine. Once again, thinking they maybe want to land, but Oxyotl, the Doomstalker of Warhammer Fantasy, the Doomslayer, Doomstalker. Doomstalker is actually pretty good. I like that. But that is going to be a victory for Outer Region. Very, very fun. We got to see the precursors in action. And I feel like even against a very meta Wood Elf build that was a little bit more tight and functional, I still feel like the Stalkers would have been pretty good. They did a lot of burst damage. All right. There you have it. Value accrued. Let's see who performed well. The dreaded Eagle. Nothing in the Wood Elf army really got a ton of value. Oxyotl got 2,000 though, and the Solar Engines both got probably over 1,000 or close to it. Yeah, not surprised there. GG, well played, Pyronado. Looking forward to having you on future streams. Next time, bring a caster. You won't regret it. All right, so we're going back. And here we are. Outer Region up to 3 wins. Somebody better slow this King's roll, or else he's going to keep going hard in the paint. Next map will be Galbaraz, and let's see who gets in here. And I'm going to go get some water. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. All right, we got 0. Ooh, this is like watching a tournament match here. These are both very high-level players, and should be quite fun to see them in action. So let's see what their picks and bans are, and in the meantime, I am going to go grab some water, and I'll be right back. BRB, don't you forget about me. All right, get some water. Delicious H2O. Delicious. The 0 looks like he's going for his chaos from the looks of things. We'll have to see. All right, so yes, correct. All right, letting the players know what's up. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible for you to get in with your net delay, but I'll keep trying. Yeah, do it, Hadris. We'll get you in there, man. We'll get you in there. There was a pretty big delay there, though. I mean, there was a good, like, 15-20 seconds where nobody joined, so yeah. You have to take into account the stream is about 20 seconds behind, so as soon as a battle finishes, you should be, like, looking to see. Yeah, that's when you should be looking to see. It's not The Breakfast Club. Don't sing that song. Yeah. You may, Fiery Marine, you may need to add me to your friends list. If you do, just search, what's my name right now? So if you just search Pierogi Lord on, I should probably be the only person with that name on Steam, and just add me. I can add you to my friends list, and then you should be able to see the lobby. If you can't see it, then that's probably why. It's Steam is just weird like that, so yeah, it's really stupid. All right, so we got Dwarves. Got to try that new stuff. Very fun. Is it Dwarves Chaos? I love this matchup. It's a very fun matchup. I used to really enjoy Gyrocopter Cheese in this one, and I think it's even better now if you want to go that route, but like going double Gyro Bomber, triple Brimstone is going to be so nasty with restocks. Oh, God. I got you, Pwn. The room name is just Turin King of the Hill. Yeah. It's just Turin King of the Hill, so. Yeah, thank you guys all for joining today. It's been quite a bit of fun. We've been having our nice little clash of fates here. How does battle difficulty affect multiplayer? I honestly have no idea. I've never changed it in a in one of these battles. I have no idea. Should put that to unlimited just in case. Yeah. Shame there's no halflings. Yeah. We will of course close out today's stream with the free for all that we all love. So we'll get a chance to do some free for all action and try out some new stuff. Yeah, that was like a tradition that we had for quite some time. I got to show you guys my Empire stuff that I'm working on too. I've got a part of my army painted, which is pretty cool. Although, you know, one thing I really struggle with is painting black armor. It just always looks a little bit weird. Like I usually just spray prime with Chaos Black and then like dry brush it with like a Dark Reaper to give it like a blue hue. But I don't know, something about it. I'm just not happy with how it's turning out. But you know, you can't win everything. Sometimes there's some things you gotta suck at, and you know, that's one thing. I can paint Death Guard really well, but painting my human Empire models, I just feel like it's a whole like downgrade. Surprise, there are actually 20 Pierogi Lords on stream. It's a highly congested title. Yeah, no. Pierogi is so good. Oh my god. When I was in Poland visiting my smoking hot wife, I was able to eat quite a bit. For anybody who's ever been to Poland or has eaten pierogi or is Polish, quick question, what is your favorite kind of pierogi? What do you enjoy most in it? For me, I actually enjoy the meat pierogis. I feel like they're less popular though. Like I think a lot of people like the ones with like cabbage and mushrooms and like sour cream, and there's all sorts of really cool types of pierogi. Like there's a restaurant in Warsaw. There's like a chain of restaurants in Warsaw. It's like a pierogi house that does it, and it's pretty fun to kind of see all the different types. How do I thin my paints? Oh, I just, you know, I get the paint on my palette and I just mix it like 1 part paint, 1 part water, and just kind of mix it, and yeah, that's it. There are too many. There are too many, Anakin. I'm too weak. Pierogi and bacon, yeah. Potato and cheese, yeah. Potato and cheese is bomb too, yeah. Those are really good. And when they have like little like grilled, I don't know what they put on top of it. It's like, it might be, is it garlic or no? It's like onions. Yeah, when they put like little grilled onions on top of it, dude, that's just like instantly I have a boner. Yeah, it's so good. Pierogi Rusky, yeah, I've had those. Pretty good. Meat wins for me, yeah. Potato. Hadri saying potato and cheese for me. Pierogi Rusky. Or Ruski, I'm probably saying it wrong. Yeah. You could try base coating with black mixed with a smidge of silver and a highlight from there. Yeah. Yeah, Ross, that sounds like a good idea. My army's already painted the other way, though, so I'm just going to keep doing it that way. But for future armies, yeah. Have your hands improved since the surgery? Yes. My left hand, not so much because it's very fresh. It's only like 6 or 7 weeks ago, and usually is like 10 weeks before like the swelling goes down. But my right hand has improved, yeah. It's not like perfect, but I can go more than I could before. Okay, sorry guys, I gotta focus on the game, holy shit. We're talking about pierogis. So, for the dwarves, we got Thoric Ironbrow. We have double Master Engineer, a cannon in the back, and the front battle line is gonna be Ironbreakers and Dwarf Warriors with Grey Weapons, which is good. You know, Chaos has armor, so having that is always solid. The double Master Engineers, the big new hot fuzz here with the army. Double Flash Bomb and Fiery Rings of Thori to kill Marauders. Now for 0, Marauder Horsemen, Chaos Feral Mancores, an entire battle line of Chaos Warriors and Marauders. So the Chaos Warriors are going to be having great weapons and Marauders are basic. A Metal Caster and Kolek Sun Eater. Oh, guys, I think he brought Kolek to kill Thoric on the anvil. Oh, that's so funny. Because Thoric will get massacred by Kolek on the anvil because he's a large target, which dwarves normally don't have large targets. But now Kolek is like, you better pray, baby. I'm coming for that anvil. And yeah, we do have an Exalted Hero on the other side as well. Pretty standard. No Chariots, though, which is interesting. Usually you see like 1 or 2 Chaos Chariots, but just swarming pretty heavily. This is going to be very, very fun. Yeah, the pierogi discussion distracted me pretty hardcore, so. All right, let us know. What are your predictions? Who do you think is going to win the proud Dawi, or the minions of the dark gods, the slaves to darkness. Do let us know. Chaos Sorcerer Metal getting blasted in the face. It looks like a final transmutation, which is going to be good, considering we have double Master Engineer. And, oh, look at this! Lord of the Storm going down. Oh! That's so cool. Did it actually kill a cannon? It didn't, though. That's weird. That should definitely kill a cannon. Lord of the Storm is, like, right on top of that. Yeah, the Hammer and the Anvil. This is, like, the new DLC. Wouldn't it be funny if there was a DLC called the Hammer and the Anvil, and it was, like, Kolek versus, like, an Anvil character? Oh, my God. That'd be so good. Anyways, that Metalcaster getting sniped pretty bad by the cannons, but, you know, a lot of the Chaos Army is getting in without taking too much damage, and there is a big glaring opening in here in the back army of Outer Region, so he really needs to make sure to get those Slayers on top of the cannon to make sure that some Haggard Marauder Horsemen can't shut it down. That would be an absolute disaster. Blasting Charge is still going in, and now we do have the Manticore character, the Exalted Hero, jumping on the Master Engineer, but the Slayers of Outer Region, very quick to react, and the Master Engineer is no slouch in combat, should be able to fight back, but the Manticore character is certainly getting the upper hand in that exchange, but there shall be a quick response. The Iron Drakes of Outer Region shooting in, and look at the Exalted Hero getting nuked by those. Brutal stuff, and Thoric with the Rune of Doom. So the entire Dwarven army fully erect and enraged right now with the Rune of Doom. Going to be giving a nice little buff. A slight overextension from some Longbeards in the back, chasing down the Horsemen, but maybe they'll actually be able to catch him. We'll see. And Kolek has now moved in, but he takes in a very unfortunate attack here. Oh my God, Master Rune of Slowness plus Flash Bomb. Kolek has 8 speed right now. Oh my God. That is some brutal stuff. Outer Region says, oh no, not my toilet, man. And look at this. Oh my God, Kolek is just a potato right now. He is slowed so badly, and I mean, he chose to be slowed in like the worst place possible. Like amongst a bunch of Slayers, and of course Thoric is a good AP duelist himself. But Kolek's getting his butt kicked pretty bad. And here you can see the Fiery Ring of Thori going down and doing some good work. And Kolek does get away, but he's broken in the process, and the runes will be wearing off here in a second. He did overcast the Master Rune of Slowness, which I believe does give it an extended duration as well, so that's going to be lasting super long. But that's just like, had Kolek been slowed anywhere else in the army, he would have been fine. It wouldn't have mattered that much, right? Because he would have been, you know, there were Master Engineers to poke him, but slowed amongst Slayers and Thoric and also Master Engineer focus fire, like that was just a really rough situation. Now the game isn't over. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination. Chaos still has a fair amount of Chaos Warriors. One of the Master Engineers has actually been killed, or at least routed here. The Manticore was able to really punish that Master Engineer. And the other Master Engineer is being hunted down by the Exalted Hero. So there are many things that are going quite well for the Chaos Warriors. The exception being, of course, Kolek's existence here. So we'll see what he can do. So Kolek bouncing over, going after the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, allowing the Chaos Warriors to then saturate into the battle lines. Marauder Horsemen charging in and going after the cannons. Very, very good calm here by Zero. Having, you know, your expensive, massive centerpiece Lord caught and punished like that can be very, very demoralizing and also distracting. But, you know, he's staying calm. He's bringing his caster back. Kolek is rallying. That Master Engineer needs to be finished, though. Somebody needs to go over there and finish that bad boy off. If he comes back and starts shooting Kolek, that could generate a surprising amount of value. But it looks like some Marauder Horsemen of Zero are going to be zoning in and going after that Master Engineer. And in the backfield, the cannon is taken offline. And now Chaos is somehow, some way pulling this game back. And I honestly think it's hard to say, but despite Chaos being behind with the bounce, I feel like they're going to win this game. The Master Engineer is getting isolated. Both of them are super low. There's just a shit ton of Chaos Infantry here who will be very, very good against the Slayers. Although, I don't know, this Manticore character here going down is certainly a little bit problematic. It does actually maybe break that Master Engineer. Let's see. So the one Master Engineer out there got crushed by Kolek. This one is at 25 leadership. The Chaos Warriors are doing excellent work. Marauder Horsemen once again charging into the Trollhammer Torpedoes. I don't know, this is just such a close game. Does he have final... Oh, man. Overcasted Final Transmutation. Does it go off, though, if he breaks? Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, no. Guys, that would have won the game for Zero. That would have been GG, I think. So Zero overcasted Final Transmutation, and the damage he took broke the caster before he could finish the spell. Oh, God, that hurts so bad. He would have won the game there. That would have destroyed everything. It would have killed the Engineer, the Slayers, all these different units. And Kolek's getting in there and doing some great work right now, but man, oh man, that is really, really unfortunate. I mean, it has a decent overcast, you know, chance there, but that looked like it was going to be a victory for Chaos when I saw that caster coming back in there, but that is really, really unfortunate. However, Kolek's still going balls deep. He's like, screw this shit, I'm going to carry this game. And he's been able to really, really do a massive number here against Thoric Ironbrow, who's getting clubbed. Kolek is like the premier anti-large beat stick. And he's been able to get a ton of damage on your boy, Thoric. And Thoric is actually terror routed. He is terror routed. Will Chaos be able to get back? Oh my God, what a great game between these two champs. So Kolek Sun Eater Now pushing onto the Longbeards in the back. He should be following up with Thoric, though, and punishing him while he's running, so Thoric can't fight back. And it looks like he's going to be able to do that, jumping on over. And yeah, Thoric gets the 1-2 punch. The mighty Rune Lord is going to fall before the Mountain God. What a meta mind game pick. Bringing Kolek against Thoric, who pretty much everyone and their dog is bringing now. Oh, and the Rune Lord falls to the Mountain God. Kolek tramples over his body there. And it looks like the Dwarves are going to be in some trouble. I mean, the Master Engineer is getting hunted down now. What a game. Anvil hammered. Yeah, absolutely. And the Mage is still running. He might actually come back. Probably not, but... you know, honestly, there still are some Iron Drakes. If the Iron Drakes can cheese Kolek and the Manticore, maybe there's some glimmer of hope, because the Iron Breakers are still very much a problem. But here, the Marauder Horsemen are going to be closing the distance, and these very, you know, very, I guess I wouldn't say minuscule, but very, you know, kind of underdog characters here, really. The Marauder Horsemen going to push in and shut down the Iron Drakes, which is going to definitely break the back of the Dwarves, because Kolek is going to be exceptional at just crumping these infantry. He has good splash damage, hits very hard, awesome AP. He's going to help his Chaos Warriors win the other fights here first, and then probably go for the kill on the other guys last. So for Zero, he just needs to make sure that the Marauder Horsemen chase down the Iron Drakes. We'll see. He's going after him. The Manticore with the kill steal. I know. This has been such a great match, man. We really get to see the strength of the new Dwarves, right? With the Flash Bombs and the Fiery Rings, and Thoric doing great work with his slowing runes. But also we get to see, you know, some really cool Chaos play and a very off-meta pick of Kolek. Being a very nice tech choice here against Thoric, right? Thoric on foot is common too, but I mean, you lose the big AoE buff when he's on foot, so yeah, a little bit tricky. All right, so Kolek Sun Eater still dropping some huge bows here onto the Norgoblings Ironbreakers, and the Dwarves making a valiant last stand. The Longbeards winning their respective fights across the board. But I don't think anything's going to be able to stop Kolek. He's just rampaging. Every time he attacks, several units are basically getting karate chopped, and I just don't see it going the other way for him. So, GG, well played. The reign of Outer Region has ended. He does have 3 wins, which will be the new benchmark to win the stream. Somebody will have to surpass his 3. Zero looking like he's going to be going for that prize. And the Longbeards, they're wavering, they're shaken and stirred as the Mountain God continues to bounce back and forth, refreshing his charge bonus of 52 and taking these Dwarves to Poundland. That is for sure. Kolek might be the new meta against Thoric Anvil Sun. Maybe so. Maybe so. Even if I knew somebody was bringing Kolek, though, I'd probably still consider bringing him on the Anvil just because of how good his buffs are. Because this was a close game. I mean, this could have gone either way for sure. Kolek got caught early, man. He got brought down super low. Look at this. The Trollhammer's coming back in, and Kolek kind of takes a bit of burst damage there, but... yeah, now he's going to exact some vengeance here on these Dwarves. And, yo, oh my god, they just got destroyed. Jesus. And now, back in here, is this going to be some weird shit where Kolek loses to a bunch of high leadership Dwarf infantry? Oh my god. Oh, it might actually be. The Chaos Warriors have 9 leadership. Kolek needs to get in there while they're still fighting. Because if the Chaos Warriors break and he gets, like, surrounded by Ironbreakers... oh, okay, Army Loss kicks in. I was going to say, that could have happened. He only has 1,000 HP. He's pretty squishy right now. All right, GG, well played. And with that, Zero is going to be taking the crown. Kolek rocking 2,400 value. Didn't even get a cast off, and he still won the game. Pretty impressive. And yeah, really good Master Engineer play here by Outer Region. That was beautiful. Like, his catches in the beginning were so nice. Good performance for most things, with the exception of the cannon. You know, the Slayers did really good. 1,000, look at that. 1,500, 1,400. Ironbreakers got almost 2,000 value in the Trollhammer Torpedo. Man, great stuff. GG, well played. So with that, we have a new King of the Hill. It's going to be Zero. His name is very easy to type. You need to adjust that, though. And he just needs to beat 3. Of course, I think we can all remember that, so we're just going to kind of leave it as it is right now. And Zero is here. We got Hadries. Hadries saying he wasn't going to be able to get in, but look at him. Gets in here like an absolute champion. A very tough first test here for Zero. But we'll see. How's this going to go? How is this going to go? Lich109 saying I was kind of hoping Kolek would lose to that infantry. That would have been so funny. It would have been quite funny for sure. Warriors of Chaos, the Collectors edition. Oh, that's so good, Optimus Pine. I love it. The Collectors. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, the Collectors. All right, so Zero going Beastmen, Lizardmen, and Warriors of Chaos. Pretty strong factions for sure. Zero is such a good Chaos player too. Even though they're kind of outdated and whatnot, he still like always makes them work. And Chaos actually had a really good win rate in the World Championship. They were pretty high up there. Yeah, they were like, I think they were in the 50s. They were respectable for sure. Well played, Outer Region. That was a great run you had, brother. Your poor Toilet Man. Yeah, the Toilet Man had some problems, but you know, he was good, man. You did a great job. It was a really, really solid match. And you know, you might still win the King of the Hill. You might still get it because you got 3 wins. So we'll see. And it seems like we have some very tough competition today. So we'll see if anybody can surpass that. Hey, Wicked. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. All right. So just minimizing here real quick. Just got to check something. All right. I'm checking this. Did that work? Okay, it did. It did work. Perfection. All right, so Hadri's going to go Dark Elves banning Beastmen. Oh, okay. So we have Druchii against Warriors of Chaos? No, Druchii against Lizards. Okay, should be fun. We could see the new Troglodyte character here. Or Oxyotl. Yeah, this will be fun. You know, a lot of people forget, before Hadri's was, you know, one of our resident Skaven champions, he was a Dark Elf main way back in the day. So he used to main Dark Elves. So, yeah, this should be fun. You just joined. What's going on? Dragon Fan. We had Outer Region reach 3 wins, and then Zero took over King of the Hill, and now he's got 1. So he needs to surpass 3 to, you know, get his trap. Hey, take care, Gojira. Take care. The poor Toilet Man. The ultimate toilet duel between him and Thorgrim. Yes. Dark Elves versus Lizards. Probably going to see Bolt Throwers. I don't know. What other weird schemes could Hadri's do? I don't even know. Yeah, I think the meta for this matchup is just Bolt Throwers. Or Reaper Bolt Throwers, yeah. There's a couple wild lore choices you could mix in. Obviously, you know, you can go with Marathi, who's very much the standard, or you can go with Malekith. Those two are probably the more mainstays. But Crone Hellebron in this matchup, I think a little bit too squishy. Her light armor really suffers against a lot of the poke that dinos have. Solar engines can blast her. You know, there's a lot of scary stuff. So who knows? Who knows? All right, perfect. So just checking. Map is Iron Sand Desert. Funds are large. I think we're all good to go. Full of shades? Huh, shades against lizards. Again, I feel like shades just... I mean, if lizards go big monster, yeah, shades and dark shards would be really good, but I feel like most lizards don't. They go like solar engine. Like, I feel like double solar engine might even be meta here in this matchup too. Although, again, bolt throwers can counter them potentially. So yeah, hard to say. And a lot of things have changed with dinos. I mean, we could even see like a weird Quaddle build out of Zero, right? How would you use a Quaddle against Dark Elves? You go like Quaddle. What do you hide under it? Maybe just a Quaddle with like double Feral Stegodon underneath. And then like Oxyotl for your Lord to just like snipe Marathi and Malekith. And then you just like bum rush with that and like use the Quaddle to hide your dinosaurs while you approach so the bolt throwers can't shoot them. That's probably the best way to incorporate the Quaddle into this matchup. Yeah, Chameleon Stalkers here certainly have some relevance because their attacks do pretty good against light armor. So if you're facing Dread Spears and Bleak Swords, Sisters of Slaughter, Witch Elves, like all those infantry, like you're going to have a relatively decent trade. Like if you team up Chameleon Stalkers with Chameleon Skinks and just kind of blast them, there's potentially some magic. And now there's an angry Chihuahua outside my window. Just being a Chihuahua. Your reaction to the hot dog stream was priceless, Pone. I still remember that. Yeah, that was pretty magical. The hot dog stream was truly legendary. Quick question though, how many of you guys who are watching right now actually were there for the hot dog stream? Who are these legends that were there for the dreaded hot dog stream? Which I think we got to do again. I'm actually on a diet right now though. I'm like trying to lose some weight and eat healthy and stuff, but you know. Yeah, no, I'm still down for a hot dog stream for sure. Sign me up. Sign me up. That was really fun. But, you know, for the next one, I think instead of a hot dog stream, what I want to do for the next one, if we do like a challenge stream, the mean Dean was like, I was there 3,000 years ago. I want to do a very much like a ripoff of like Hot Ones, where like every time the players that lose the stream have to like eat some super spicy stuff. You made half of it. There you go. A lot of you guys were there. Raise his hand. Hell yeah. Look at that. True heroes of the channel. I was lurking during it. Might have been the best stream ever done. I know, it was very fun. But like a really... Yeah, Sparty suffered for sure. Because I think he lost every game, so he didn't get a chance to eat, like, be spared the hot dogs. How we did it is the first game you lose, you eat 1 hot dog, and then every match you lost from there, you had to eat 2 hot dogs. And we did 4 games. So if you lose every single game, you had to eat 7 hot dogs with their buns, you know? Sparty was the true hero of that stream too, though. He dressed up in a hot dog costume. I mean, come on, you can't beat that. Yeah, but I want to do like a spicy food because that's real suffering, you know? That's real suffering. The hell's going on? Like somebody banging on pipes outside or something. No. Well, oh, we could do hot dogs with spicy sauce on it. Holy shit, that's some next level stuff. So what about, yeah, what about a stream where we eat hot dogs, but we put like really spicy hot sauce on it? Holy shit. Yeah, that would be some stuff. Was it King who had the fried? No, that was Professor Pone. Professor Pone was did the hot dogs. He didn't eat the buns, but he did jalapenos and cheese. Yeah. Yeah, no, a contender, I wouldn't think it would be. All right. We'll talk about this in between games. Here we are. It is time. Looking here at the forces of Hadres, he's got 3 bolt throwers backed up by Malekith the Witch King, double Manticore here on the flanks, and the rest of the battle line is going to be Dread Spears and the Blades of the Blood Queen. A pretty cool little army, very high and tight. Malekith on the Velociraptor does have nice AP and a pretty good, respectable duelist for sure with his Soul Stealer. And that's it. Manticore, Scourge Runners. Looks like a lot of very standard stuff. So for your boy Zero, oh, he's doing it for us, baby. The Quaddle is here. Oh yeah. So we got a Quaddle with, of course, its 2 bound spells. We have the new buffed Ark of Sotek, Coldwind Riders, Chameleon Stalkers. It looks like 4 in total with Oxyotl, Saurus Warriors, and a Manticore. Ooh, yeah, I love this army. That's so cool. The Quaddle hiding the Ark of Sotek, the ultimate meta. Ledgeron, dunk hot dogs in a pot of some super spicy hot sauce. Oh, man. Yeah, that's some serious stuff. That's some serious stuff. You know, I don't know how well I handle spicy food either, to be honest. I've never really eaten anything that's like super spicy. I mean, I've been to a couple, you know, I had a friend in college who was from Beijing, and he took me to this like place in LA that was like run by some of his friends from, you know, who had come from China, and they served me some freakishly hot stuff. But like, I feel like for someone who's used to spicy stuff, it wouldn't have been that bad. So I feel like I would struggle if it got really extreme. Yeah. Contende says, Blades of the Blood Queen will end up in your small intestines after eating Carolina Reapers. Oh my god. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Professor Pone saying, the point of jalapenos was to hide the taste of the hot dog because I hate hot dogs. And that's, yeah, Pone is really a trooper too. He doesn't even he hates hot dogs, but he did the whole stream and ate them. So yeah, a true master. All right, so the Scourge Runner Chariots going into the front line. There's no mass here to stop them, so might as well. Going to be running through the Saurus and doing a little bit of damage. Nothing too crazy, but, you know, from here they're going to be able to get back and, yeah, get their money's worth. Although they are shot by Oxyotl. Oxyotl able to get some good damage. He does have 500 weapon strength with solid armor, piercing, and poison, so Oxyotl does not mess around. Now, Chameleon Stalker is going to be moving in, maybe looking to drop their precursor ammo, although they are going to be getting attacked by the Feral Manticores of Hadres, which probably will be quite cost-effective. And look at that! The Manticores waste the ammunition from the precursors. Although, does it do good damage against the Manticore? It kind of looks like this one took some damage. A little bit hard to say. Anyways, Manticore is still fighting the Skirmishers, although it looks like the precursor ammo did enough damage to justify themselves, for sure, onto the Feral Manticores. Hadres once again charging into the front line with the Coldwind Chariots. Able to butter up some of those Saurus Warriors. You can see they're having a little bit of a rough time there. And the Bolt Throwers, in the meantime, shooting into Coldwind Riders, and they're losing models at a pretty rapid rate, but not before the Coldwind Riders do swarm in and get a nice engagement here, and it looks like Oxyotl continuing to hunt the Doomstalker Skink, trying his best to drag down the chariot pieces. Now, the big flank engagement coming in from Zero. We do have the Cavalry as well as the Ark of Sotek and the Chameleon Stalkers, and the Quaddle's going in to fight? Oh no, you don't want that. That Quaddle's going to get worked on by those Manticores. A Quaddle one-on-one could defeat a Manticore, but not 2 of them. That's 100% for sure. And yeah, at this point, I think the Quaddle just has to run and try and use its bound spells, and that's how it's going to have to live. Up here on the high ground, the dinos, not high ground, but away from the epicenter of battle, the Coldwind Chariots have been broken off. Oh, these are actually Coldwind Chariots, not Scourge Runners. Okay. So one Coldwind Chariot has been broken and pushed back. The other one going to be retreating to the front line. Pretty unfortunate here for Hadres, potentially, as Chameleon Stalkers work around the back, but a nice little retreat from Hadres. He gets his spears on top of it to at least buy some time. perhaps these chariots from Hadri's, the Cold Wind chariots, will be able to get in here and salvage that situation. In the meantime, the Quaddle running and doing its best to get away from all this madness. Going to be dropping a bound spell here, perhaps. It looks like there is going to be a Chain Lightning or a Thunderbolt coming in from the Quaddle. Astos Moldova, welcome. Thank you for becoming a channel member. The Dukes of Haggard salute you. And here we go, Quaddle running. Still being chased by the Manticores. From a cost perspective, I suppose it's pretty even. I mean, 2 Manticores probably cost a similar amount to a Quaddle, so it's just kind of a wash there. Ark of Sotek dropping stakes in the front line, going to be now jumping into the back line, and the Dark Elf army is looking a little bit crowded here. The Bolt Throwers are obviously in tough positions, being swarmed by lizards, and yeah, the Manticore is still doing good work. I almost wonder if chasing the Quaddle is maybe not worth it. Maybe you need the Manticores to kind of secure these positions, kill that Ark of Sotek. The Ark of Sotek here is probably going to be able to drop some scary snakes or something. We'll have to see. Blades of the Blood Queen piling back in. Hadri's getting great value out of these guys. Able to massacre some Saurus. And now these elite troops should be able to pile in and really cut apart the Saurus here. I really love the Blades of the Blood Queen. And the Hargoneth Executioners in general, I think, are one of my favorite looking models in the game. They're so cool. Yeah, the Quaddle continuing to just kind of bump and grind here. This flank has been compromised. The Bolt Throwers offline and the Saurus and Stalkers doing some very good work. Golden Riders now on top of this Reaper Bolt Thrower and the Blades of the Blood Queen. Excuse me, Anakin, I'm too weak. Man, my voice just got a little bit tilted there. But the Blades of the Blood Queen should be able to generate some good value. Fighting off these units, the Chameleon Stalkers and the Golden Riders here should be having a bad time against these elite infantry. But overall, I think the Lizards are taking over this game. The Ark of Sotek dropping its nice AoE poison, which of course is not friendly fire, probably quite helpful for wearing down Dread Spears. And Malekith and the Manticore fighting the good fight, while the Quaddle up in the sky duels the Feral Manticore. So, Manticore getting some work in, and it looks like the Quaddle was a little bit lower when the fighting started. So the Manticore, especially with Stand Your Ground, might be able to win that fight. We'll see. And is there a comeback here for the Druki? Maybe so. A really nice Soul Stealer. Hits the Saurus, it hits the Ark of Sotek, and hits these Saurus here. Does it also hit the Quaddle? It does hit the Quaddle up in the sky. And look at that. Hadri's kind of pulling the Balance of Power back with that really, really good Soul Stealer. And also, you know, Malekith getting in there and chewing down the big boy. The Distillidon with Ark of Sotek is getting melted. And the Dark Elves are somehow, some way getting back in this game. Very, very scrappy play from Hadri's. He was severely behind. I mean, that was a massive Balance of Power discrepancy. And now the Ark of Sotek, before it goes, does drop the poison, but there's no Dark Elf Infantry nearby, so Malekith isn't really going to care about that. And how is the Quaddle doing? It looks like, oh man, it's so close. 1900 against 1400. The Quaddle just barely ahead in terms of this like overall state of this duel. A couple Lizard Infantry coming back. Malekith, I think, will probably need one more good Soul Stealer to maybe get back in this game. He's also going to need the Manticores to win this fight against the Quaddle up in the sky. That's going to be super crucial. And it looks like the Quaddle is holding and hasn't taken damage in a hot minute, but now this bad boy is going to be running away. The Quaddle does have 80 speed, and these guys have 85. So the Manticore is actually a little bit faster than the Quaddle. The Blades of the Blood Queen finally break, but I would wager they got over 1500 value. Let's go ahead and double check here. Yeah, only 1,000 actually. You'd think it'd be a lot more, but you know, it is what it is. They took out some Saurus and had a good time doing it. So Malekith, he's in the pits. He's fighting. The Lizards don't really have anything of, you know, heavy-duty quality. The Ark of Sotek is broken. I mean, I guess the Quaddle is a pretty substantial combat beast if it needs to be. It does have, you know, 395 with good armor piercing. And the Witch King is now just kind of fighting on his Velociraptor. Nothing here is that great against him. He's got 110 armor, and I guess the Golden Riders are probably your best bet. Ooh, Gaze of Malice here is so good. Really, really nice cast there by Hadri's. Nice one. Melts a bunch of those Saurus. Balance of Power still going into the favor of the Dinos, though, believe it or not. I suppose they are rallying many of their forces, and the Doomslayer Skink is probably getting his little dart gun and doing some good, consistent damage against the Witch King. And Oxyotl kind of always flies under the radar, you know? You always kind of ignore him, but then before you know it, he's done 1 million damage. So Manticore's pulling back up. Balance of Power looking pretty good for the Lizards. Almost point of no return. Malekith really needs a Soul Stealer here, or else it's pretty much GG. Let's see what the players are saying. And they're just saying all set, good luck, have fun, all that sort of good stuff. And the Manticores do actually engage and do some good work against the Quaddle. Will Hadri's get the Soul Stealer off? Looks like Malekith is in big trouble. He's getting hit by the Manticore, and yeah, Oxyotl's also blasting pretty hard. Army losses kicks in, and the Lizards and Zero claim the victory in a very, very close match. Excellent play by both players. Hadri's was really on the ropes, and you know, he almost brought it back and won the game. It was solid, but Zero kind of clenched his lizard jaws and was able to go in with the Quaddle, mind you, and do great work. And how cool is that? We got to see a Quaddle in action. Ark of Sotek, they kind of got shut down, but the Stalkers were great. 700, 700, 500, and 645. Amazing performance from the Chameleon Stalkers. And the Golden Riders actually did good too. Yeah, it was good. Malekith, 1600. Manticores did pretty solid. Bolt Throwers kind of got shut down. The Golden Chariots, unfortunately, didn't perform too well, but GG, well played. All right, Fiery Marine, I will take a look at your message. But firstly, let me update the score. So 0 with 2 wins. Now, to beat the current king, which is out of region with 3 wins, he'll need to win a couple more games here. We will see how that goes. All right, so looking and looking. All right, I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Where art thou? Okay, I don't see. Sent you my friend request. Oh, okay, you sent the code. Okay. If you could just add me, though, I'm the pierogi lord, that'd be better, because it's a little bit... Right now, I gotta kind of run this, and if I have to go digging there, that'd be helpful, man. So just shoot me a message, and I'll get you added. Story as old as time, no Marathi, no win, GG. Yeah, it was a good game. All right, we got Katam. I've seen Katam play in events. A solid player. Let's see what they bring to the table. Yeah, Big Mama Marathi. Big Mama Marathi. She's very, very good. Malekith did pretty well there for you, Hadris. He was solid, though. The Gaze of Malice was really good that you had. The Soul Stealers were really nice. Yeah, he did well. He did well. A lot of it, I think, was the Bolt Throwers getting taken offline. Just like the Chameleon Stalkers rushing around, and the front line was so compromised that it was hard to defend both the front and the back. I think that was a big part of it. And it seems like the Chariots didn't perform too well for you either, Hadris. It wasn't like that you played badly with them, and they just didn't do much. Yeah. So, like, I think if that gold had been spent elsewhere, it would have been probably a little easier for you. Billy Myers, thank you, man. Appreciate that. So, Fiery Marine, you can actually search me on Steam by just searching by name. And my name right now is just Pierogi Lord. You can look right here, so I'll pull it up for you right now. Here it is, the Pierogi Lord. Just spell it just like that in the top left and search, and you'll see my picture. It has Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit as the avatar, so... Looks like Katam is maybe frozen. Let's go ahead and check. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, Katam, it looks like you may have had a lag spike here. So you're more than welcome to try and rejoin. I think you lagged out. Yeah, it's a shame. Oh, Professor Bone waiting. So before the stream's over, Katam, if we can't get you in, we'll get you in. We'll get you in the FFA. Worst case, yeah. If you're still watching, Katam, we'll get you in the FFA. All right. Oh, it's Professor Pone. He's here to try and usurp Zero's crown. No, the lobby's not bugged, Wicked. I don't think. Yeah, I've seen that happen. Sometimes it's just because like Pone got in here just fine. You like a little Limp Bizkit? I was jamming to some Limp Bizkit. Yeah. Recently. It's my guilty pleasure. Also, when I was going on my run yesterday, I was listening to like 2000, the year 2000 through like 2008, like Haggard, like I don't know if you would call it emo rock. I guess you could. Like Blink-182 and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was quite a bit of fun. All right, I'll go ahead and double check. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. What's your name on there, bud? I don't see it. I don't see the dreaded Fiery Marine on my lists of people adding me here. All right, still looking. Oh, there you are. Okay, I see it. Cool. All right, you should be added now, brother. So you should be able to see the lobby. You're good. All right. So we got Beastmen from 0, and it looks like Professor Pone. Oh my God. What is Pone gonna go? I'll play Rats and ban Chaos. So we got Beastmen versus Skaven. Ouch. A hard matchup. And very tough match. I hope Pone just goes full ridiculous, like some sort of a weird rush or something. Ride. Yeah, the ride. It's so good. I can't do that like long drawn out part. Yeah. All right. So 0 versus Professor Pone. The fate of the old world here on the stream. Yeah. Yeah, that Rawhide song is pretty funny. And then, you know, the other one that's been making its rounds on YouTube is by a guy named Marty Robbins, was the Big Iron, you know, the Big Iron on his hip song. Yeah, that one's really funny. Somebody like did a haggard little video with like a chihuahua with like a cowboy hat and a pistol on his hip. Yeah, it's pretty good. The internet is a pretty magical place. The amount of like crazy creative stuff you find and run into, it's what a time to be alive, you know. If only I could have lived during a time in which they could get rid of allergies though. Then it would just be perfect. Because goddamn, my allergies just destroy me every single day. You guys might not be able to tell, but like I have to push my voice a lot when I do these streams. Because I have such bad allergies, just like literally 24/7, like 365 days a year. It's just such a goddamn nightmare. Oh my god. But it is what it is. And the allergy medicine doesn't really help me, sadly. Helps a tiny bit. Fallout New Vegas, yeah. Yeah, New Vegas had a pretty epic soundtrack. All right, so rats, we got the double Beastmen duel. If any of you guys have any witchcraft or you know, dark magic I can practice to cure myself of my allergies, you know, hit me up. You know, sacrifices, you know, whatever we need to do. I'm in. I'm in. Yeah, Rawhide from the Blues Brothers. Yeah, that's old school. Yeah, even still, Blake. Even still, it sucks. Yeah, it's a real son of a gun. Back in the day, allergies didn't exist. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what the cause is? My mom's side of the family has them a lot, so. Need that clean country air. Yeah, we plan on it. Lady Turin and I would like to live either near the ocean or like near like a forest or something. That's like our plan, so. When is the next head-to-head campaign? I'm not sure. Soon, though. Soon, sometime in the next couple weeks. I was talking... So, King of the Dead wants to do another one. And he... Because it was his birthday a while back, and he actually messaged me for his birthday and was like, Turin, I only... For my birthday, I want to play a head-to-head campaign against you, another one. Because our Grom head-to-head campaign got messed up by a patch. So it kind of like ruined the save file. So he wants to do another head-to-head campaign with me for his birthday. So I will be doing that with him sometime soon. Antihistamine companies hate him. Yeah, cure allergies. This is one neat trick, dude. Sign me up. Yeah, no. The air quality here is pretty bad, and that probably contributes to it partially. But even when I lived in other places with better air quality, I still had problems. You have to sacrifice your Empire models to get rid of allergies. Dude, Issa... If I could actually legit cure my allergies that I have, all of them, which are just so many, I would karate kick my Empire models out of the window to cure them. I would have no hesitation if I knew that would actually cure them. It's just constant misery and stress, you know? Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. So here we are. You know, what's weird is I don't have that many, like, I have some environmental allergies, but I'm actually, I have some, like, allergies to different types of like fabrics and things like that. So that when I like wear a shirt like made of a certain material, it like it gives me kind of like a really tight throat. It's just a shit show, guys. Yeah, it's just a shit show, and unfortunately I don't think allergy shots would help with that. All right, guys, here we are. 0, our current King of the Hill. 2 wins. Morker the Shadow gave a Bray Shaman of the Wilds with Vile Tide and Bray Scream. Backed up by a bunch of Gores and some Raiders in the back. We have actual Minotaurs, which I feel like we don't see terribly often. Minotaurs with shields here. It looks like there's 3 of those bad boys. No Jabber Slice, no big monsters, no Gorgons, I don't think. I was expecting to see something. And in the bushes, we have basic Centaurs. All right. So basically, the build is just, you know, pretty quality Beastmen infantry backed up by triple shielded Minotaur. Lord Inquisitor, do it, man. When you get that cure, hit me up. All right, so Storm Vermin here for Pwn. It looks like Clan Rats with 1 Storm Vermin in the middle. Council Guard for the Pwn Dog. He also has Deathmaster and a Plague Priest on a Furnace, and Assassin, Wolf Rats, and Ogres. So pretty cool little build. I definitely like the Wolf Rats. A little bit concerned about how he's going to deal with the infantry. Typically, Skaven should probably stay a little bit tighter together when they're losing the infantry fight. And Vile Tide does go down there, hitting the Wolf Rats and getting some nice damage. Certainly softening them up. So here they come. Gore Herds moving in to fight the dreaded Clan Rats. Those Clan Rats are going to get absolutely massacred. And in the front, looks like maybe a Skaven summon coming down. No, Morker the Shadowgate actually dropping his Staff of Ruinous Corruption on top of all these different forces. And it seems to be doing well. But yeah, the Skaven, of course, no surprises here, are are getting absolutely run over on the flank. So Clan Rat's getting massacred, and now the Beastmen probably going to swarm here and win this fight. There's a lot of fights that are going pretty south for Professor Pone. I just think his army was too spread out. When you're playing Beastmen, you need to keep your army together so the Rats can fight shoulder to shoulder. In this case, Pone's army may have been capable of winning, but his engagement angles have just been very, very tough. And I think this might be a very quick game. I think the Rats might get run over in a matter of another minute or two. I don't know. It depends on the characters. The Skaven characters might be able to form like a Death Star or something. But Ogres are taken out here. This whole flank is collapsed. The Beastmen are now moving in. Deathmaster Stinkage going after the Bray Shaman, which is good. And hey, getting a really nice punch here. More Skatar's Hellion moving in. And this is certainly one way to get back in the game here by killing the caster of the Beastmen. And let's see if they can. So the Bray Shaman is shaken, and it looks like he should be able to get away despite the Assassin's Trophy. And all of the Skaven characters are really heavily committed to this fight. Here you can see the Morskatar's Hellion, the Assassin, as well as Deathmaster. But now they're fully surrounded as well. So Morgur can move in with his Pimp Claw, Goreherds can cut through them, and the Minotaurs with shields will also be piling in to cause problems. Now on the other side, Pone is having some better engagements. The Wolf Rats seem to be cleaning up some of the scraps. Chasing down the Centaurs here is quite good. So yeah, very, very scary stuff. I think the Plague Priest probably needs to get over here to lend his Mortis Engine to this fight. I think that would be pretty clutch, as the Assassin as well as the Morskatar's Hellion are having a relatively rough time here. Yeah, Deathmaster Stinkage is, he's slippery. You know, he's a slippery little rat. Apparently he oiled himself up before the battle so he'd be harder for his opponents to catch. Did you guys know that in mixed martial arts and professional fighting, that's actually a thing that a lot of guys used to do back in the day when they would be fighting? It's illegal and banned now, but guys would basically put like lube all over their bodies before they went to fight wrestlers, and when wrestlers would try and grab them, they would be able to slip away easier. It's pretty hilarious, but that actually was a cheating technique in mixed martial arts. So apparently that's what Deathmaster Snakeage and, you know, characters like, what's his name do? Sigvald. Sigvald just lubing himself up before battle. He's good to go. All right, so looking around at the Rats, what hope do they have here? The Beastmen pretty far ahead in the balance of power. But again, there's Morkur and, you know, several other elements that often falsely inflate. Deathmaster plus the Assassin doing okay against triple Minotaur, but also taking some heavy damage. Clan Rats making their way in. Professor Pone has rallied some Skaven Slave Slingers here and is throwing into the Ungors. Looking around, let's see what's coming back. A couple loose Skaven elements. The Ungor Raiders, though, are all still very, very happy and functional. And the Plague Priest going down to shut the Archers, but it's got to be careful. That Bray Shaman might be able to get it, as it is on the dreaded Chariot. Oiling a rat before a fight. Cannot say I've ever thought of that before. Hey, man. You know, it works, right? It gets the job done. So Deathmaster going in, actually trying to go after Morkur the Shadowgaven. This could be a way for the Skaven to maybe get back in the game. But, I mean, Deathmaster would have to pull off a Hail Mary here. Morkur isn't a solid of a duelist. He regenerates, has poison, is very, very annoying in that respect. But if Deathmaster can prison shank him down and, you know, kill him, actually, then, you know, maybe there's going to be a little something. Especially considering that the Mortis Engine is still healthy. But Zero realizes this and grabs his Minotaurs with shields and goes after the Plague Priest and is going to be able to hunt that bad boy down. So, we will see. So the little rat that could, trying his best, but look at the Bray Shaman. The Bray Shaman is very low. Actually, it looks like Deathmaster might have gotten a shank on it. He's accelerating. Is he going to get it? Oh, the Bray Shaman. It's so close. Deathmaster looks like his acceleration giving him enough speed. Oh, he's got Slippery active. That's why. And the Bray Shaman is at 78 HP. So even if Deathmaster does not get the Bray Shaman here, it should be okay. That Bray Shaman should probably not come back and be a factor as we go into the later stages of the game. So the Plague Priest, one of the last bastions of strength here for the mighty Skaven, is being focused on by Minotaurs and Morkur and Raider Fire. Some good Hound play to shut down those guys. And I think Deathmaster should probably come back into the battle. I think chasing down that Bray Shaman is a big mistake. I think it's pretty much done for. 78 HP, so got to get away from that. Mortis Engine still draining. The Assassin moving out, and here we do also have the Council Guard fighting. And actually, the game looks closer than you would think, but I think there's just too many Minotaurs on the battlefield and Centaurs, and Morkur is also too healthy. And with the Bray Shaman falling here, I think that probably will be all she wrote. Deathmaster on his way back. Concealment Bombs is active to give him a little bit of espionage and trickery as he makes his way in. And yeah, the Grey Seer, or the Plague Priest, if he could have maybe been on top of the Council Guard, I actually think Skaven might have had a chance here to get this game back in the fourth quarter, but not today. So Skaven Slave Slingers thrown into the Minotaurs with shields. Here comes ye old Deathmaster. You know what? Looking at this Beastmen build, they didn't actually use anything new. Everything in this Beastmen build was old news. Minotaurs, Morkur, Raiders, nothing new was used. No Jabberslythe, no Gorgon. It was just all the OG Beastmen play. So yeah, it was basically like watching a pre-patch Beastmen. So yeah, GG. Zero showing that, you know, the Beastmen still had teeth even before they got their patch, playing the old school Beastmen against the Skaven. Well played, Pone. You know, it looks like he was going to lose very, very quickly in the beginning. I thought he was going to get run over. based on those first engagements, but he scrapped really hard, and, you know, he almost got back in the game at a couple points with some nice gooning attempts. All right, so Zero has officially tied here the first place. So if Zero wins this next match, he will be the true King of the Hill. And we'll see how that goes. Morker doing his thing, the Little Bray Shaman, getting good value, of course, with his spells and his chariot. The Minotaurs, yeah, Minotaurs. Some of them got over 1,000 value. All right, so we got Subutai. Oh, we got another Beastman. So these Subutai is a Beastman guy. He was playing Beastmen before. That's fun. All right, map is set. Yo, let's do the Bone Zone. Bone Zone, baby. Do we still have a Discord channel? Yes, we do. And if we have some mods in chat that could drop a link to Discord, that would be greatly appreciated. How do you like the Khorne roster? I'm very excited. I'm excited to not have to worry about using magic and just mouth breathe and chase people with big axes and skulls. Professor Pone says he is far younger and more powerful. Hey, GG Pone. I thought you were just going to lose real quick in the beginning after those flanks, but yeah. All right. I see your message, Legion. I will get you here in a second. The Pierogi Lord is on the hunt. He is looking. Hopefully your name actually matches, because I have like 1,000 requests here. There you are. Okay, cool. And confirmed. Alrighty. I'll go Chaos, Beastmen, and Lizardmen. Zero's tournament factions, it would appear. Turin, is it possible to do some close-ups during your battle sometimes? I know you're trying to keep track of everything, but close-ups are pretty cool. Absolutely, man. I'll try and do a couple for you. I've been so focused on the tactics rather than the aesthetics, but in the earlier days of my channel, I used to do a lot more close-ups, so. Do the rules allow you to bring a Morker and a Jabberslythe in the same army? 100%. Morker does not have a Mortis engine in multiplayer. In campaign, I think he has one, but in multiplayer, he does not have one. So you can totally bring both of them, yeah. No, nobody has to play Beastmen, but we've had a lot today, which is good. So Zero going Chaos, and Subutai's going Beastmen. Oh, this is gonna be fun. We have the Beastmen Bowl. I just called it a Beastmen barbecue because of the thumbnail, where we have the Greenskins barbecuing Kazrak. Yeah, so no real reason. No real reason. I need Warhammer 3. Yeah, I don't think Warhammer 3 will come in September. I think Warhammer 3 will come in here's my predictions. At the maybe a very late November release or October. Or they just they go to Christmas. Like, it'll be before the new year, but yeah, maybe like very late November, like / October. October would be fun, like a Halloween release with all the Chaos Gods being all scary and shit. That would be really fun from like a marketing and aesthetic perspective. So I can see an October release too. Fidel Cash Flow, thank you so much. Apparently the cash flow is good. Thanks for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Yeah. Warhammer 3. It's coming. It's coming. Hey, so just don't use SEM chariots from Wargors. All right, cool. Yeah, we're having some fun. It's good to be streaming again. Streaming is definitely probably my favorite element of doing all this YouTube stuff. We had a little... No, I hope they don't push it to 2022. I don't think they would. I don't think they would. I know in the next... I mean, what are we going to be seeing? I think on their blog post, they showed like Nurglings and Tzeentch and like Slaanesh characters. So probably the next big reveal they have will be like multiple Chaos Gods. Because this one was like all about like Khorne versus Kislev. I think the next one will probably be the other 3 Chaos Gods like fighting against like various like Cathay and Kislev and mixed promotions and things like that. So, because there's still some things they haven't really shown us. I mean, they did explain the whole Kislev roster, but they didn't show us. I'm sure the Tsarina is going to have like her chariot and like other things like that. So there's still other things they can reveal and, you know, do that. Yeah, we'll see. Do you think gyros with firewall moving would be too good in multiplayer? Well, Fidel Cashflow, actually, to answer your question, gyro bombers do that. Gyro bombers shoot while they move, and they're very strong, especially with replenished ammunition now. I don't think it's necessary though. Like, I think having to sit and shoot is fine, but the gyro bombers already do that. When will you do a karaoke stream? Oh, I don't know, man. Shit. I've never even considered that. I'm not a good singer, so. What's your least favorite element of YouTube? Oh man, I don't know. I love doing it. Like gaming rambles. I know you were a fellow YouTuber yourself. My least favorite thing? I don't know, man. Let's see. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I mean, I honestly love a lot of things about it. Probably just dealing with like YouTube's issues, you know, because they don't really tell you. Yeah, like, you know, trying to figure it out. Like, so you'll put a ton of effort into certain videos, and then they, like, I remember one time spending like probably 8 hours editing a guide, right? Like really in depth unit cards, like a lot of fancy editing with like cutscenes and stuff. And like, I remember that video just did absolute dog shit. And then like a couple days later, I put up a video that was like, you know, top 3 memes or something. It was just like a stupid fun video, and it did like literally like 10 times better than that video. So there's like stuff like that that's kind of frustrating. But and you can tell when you look on the back end of those videos, it's not necessarily because like people are more interested in the meme video. It's that YouTube doesn't push out, like, didn't push my other video out as much. I could see where the traffic was coming from, whether it be a suggested video by YouTube, people already on my channel, and like YouTube just didn't promote my other video at all, like the one I put a ton of effort into. So like the ambiguity of YouTube's like system and algorithm is like kind of a stressful thing. Yeah. So I would say that. Yeah. Like, not like having a clear cut path, like, hey, this is how you succeed. I understand, like, there's a lot of YouTubers who will complain about the algorithm. They'll be like, oh, you know, it hates me. But in reality, their audiences or people might just not be interested in what they're doing. You know, that's a reality. Like, a lot of YouTubers do complain about that, when in reality, their content might be a little bit stagnant, right? But I just wish it was like a little bit more clear on everything. Yeah. But I mean, overall, I'm extremely grateful, because like this has been the most fun professional endeavor I've had in my life, and I've made so many friends. Like, if you ask Lady Turin, like, you know, about it, like, I'm like always talking about the, you know, my friends like I've made and the folks I talk to in Discord and playing tournaments with. Like, this is my friend circle, you know. Like, I have a couple of friends from high school that I'm close to and still hang out with, but like not that many, maybe 1 or 2. And like this is my friend circle. So, I mean, I love it. It's my social life. All right, so for the Warriors of Chaos, we got basic Chaos Warriors in the front, Spawn. We do also have a Metal Caster with Final Transmutation, Kolek, a Shaggoth, and a bunch of Horsemen. So yeah, pretty OG stuff. This looks pretty similar to how you would see beforehand here. Do you think a Master Engineer with a Gyro Bomber would be good? Oh, hell yeah, dude. I don't care if it's OP. Sign me up. So for the Forces of Subutai, we got Ungor Spearman Herds. We have Torox the Brass Bull. Hell yeah. Brass Bull against Kolek. We got a Gorgon in the backfield, Minotaurs with great weapons, Bestigor Herds, a single Tuskor Chariot on the far side, Centaurs with throwing axes, and looks like a Bray Shaman to the wild. So that is it. Let's have some fun. Let's see how this battle unfolds. The Shaggoths are advancing. We get double Shaggoths fighting against the Brass Bull as well as the mighty Gorgon. The History Channel all up in here. And always, whenever I hear about Beastmen monsters, it makes me think of that Anchorman scene. All right, so here they come. Kolek Sun Eater and the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth pulling back. Going to be flanking into the Ungors, trying to get a quick tear route, which is certainly nice. A nice defensive position here. I like that Zero is using the Chaos Spawn. So the Tuskors charge into the Chaos Warriors, do a little bit of damage, certainly not bad. And the Spawn immediately greet them. So Chaos Spawn should be able to put some hurt on them if they stand still. Minotaurs with Grey Opens pushing very heavily, and it looks like there is going to be a Devolve going down. Maybe a little bit of a waste here from Subutai, as it looks like these Shaggies should be able to get away. But no, one Shaggoth gets caught by all the Minotaurs with Great Weapons. Oh, man. That Shaggoth's got to get away. And the Gorgon piling in as well. It does fall back behind the Chaos Warriors. Now up on the high ground, the Tuskor Chariot's kind of getting worked on by the Spawn. Chaos Warriors taking some work. And Kolek going to Pound Town here on the Bray Shaman. One hit doing a massive amount of HP damage right there. So pretty cost effective. However, the rest of the Chaos Army, the Chaos Warriors, will not hold that long against the onslaught here, especially with the Bestigors moving in. But we will see. And Torox may be in the wrong neighborhood as well. He does activate the brass body, and he's getting beaten on by the 2 Shaggoths. So the Brass Bull is going to be forced back here, and the Gorgon is going to be rushing in to help its master. So I would imagine Torox will turn around now that the Gorgon is here, falling all over his shoelaces. He will get back up in a hot moment. And the Brass Bull charges in, getting a massive amount of damage here. But the big erect Final Transmutation coming down nails the Brass Bull, nails the Gorgon, hits most of the Beastmen army, honestly. That was a beautiful, beautiful cast there by Zero. And that generated some amazing value, I am sure. So the Chaos Warriors moving in. A bit of a second win here. Kolek Sun Eater trying to break off some Chaos Hounds. And that Final Transmutation, that is a huge, huge bread-winning play as Chaos starts to get some very, very favorable matchups. So in the backfield, Centaurs are throwing axes though. Good positioning here by Subutai, just kind of sitting on the low ground and just throwing into the Dragon Ogres. The Dragon Ogre Shaggoth getting worked down by some steady ranged firepower. Scroll of Shielding and Standard Eye is activated here, and Devolve is going to be hitting most of the Chaos Forces here, giving them a pretty substantial nerf to their stats. But the Brass Bull is getting worked on by Kolek Suneater, so just because something's new and shiny doesn't mean that the old muscle car, Kolek Suneater, isn't going to be able to outdo him there. So Kolek showing the Brass Bull, who's the original OG duelist. And now the Brass Bull has been forced to pull back, and the Gorgon is a little bit overextended, and the Mountain God of Zero getting in there and just going balls deep on this Gorgon here. Man, oh man. Chaos looking like they're coming ahead in this game, and the Chaos Infantry too is doing great work. I mean, these Chaos Warriors with their 44 melee defense and high leadership really staying the course and allowing the Chaos Monsters to fight those big fights and do some excellent work. So we will see. So Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, before he goes quietly into the night, going after the Brass Bull, and there the Gorgon falls in the back to the Mountain God. Once again, Kolek taking skulls on this stream, man. He took out Thoric earlier, and now able to take out the other guy, showing that, you know, the old stuff has still got some jams, man. So coming back in here with Kolek, looking to go in after either the Brass Bull or the Bray Shaman. It looks like the Chaos Sorcerer is getting beaten down by Torox pretty bad. The Brass Bull really able to nuke that Chaos Sorcerer despite his high armor values. The Brass Bull cares not. But Kolek moves in, and that Bray Shaman is certainly in a little bit of danger. Balance Bar is pretty even, though. A lot of the Chaos stuff is, you know, kind of tattered at this point, especially considering that the Chaos Caster is now gone, and the other guy's gone as well. The other Shaggoth. So, and there's a Sigor summoned on the battlefield. Without the Sigor summon, Chaos probably would have the advantage on the balance of power, but now Kolek is just going for broke. I think he knows that if he could kill the Brass Bull, maybe just committing to this fight wouldn't be a bad idea, but he kind of turns his back here with Foe Seeker active, trying to get away from Brass Bull, which I think is a mistake. I think just staying there and fighting against Brass Bull with Marauder support, I think he could have just won that. But it looks like he's coming over here, which is a smart play because the Horse Masters are embroiled in heavy combat against the Centaurs, and I think he's just trying to, you know, get a terror route here and allow his Marauder Horsemen to win that particular fight. So here comes Kolek Suneater getting a massive blow on that Bray Shaman on the Chariot, and now he's going for his prey once again as he engages against the Brass Bull and knocks him over. Echoes of the ancient Gorbel here as the Tuskor Chariots are pounded down by Kolek. But Kolek's in a 3v1. You know, he's fighting Torox, the Sigor, and the Chariots, and he probably wants to pull back here. I think committing some Horse Masters here would be smart, and then turning around and fighting with their support, because, you know, fighting and letting all those SEMs just go after you one at a time is going to be relatively tough. But Sigor summon, not long for this Earth. Kolek looking like he wants to turn around and go after the Brass Bull. Taking these free shots in the back from the Brass Bull could be a recipe for potentially losing the game here for Kolek. He's got to be careful. Horse Masters have a lot of ammo. They could still also maybe finish off the Brass Bull. Kolek is broken, but he will rally. He's got, you know, a fair amount of HP left. He's got over 1,000, and, you know, he's only tired. He's not, like, exhausted or anything. So, going to be pretty important here for Zero to rally his forces and to try and get Kolek back in action. Because Kolek should be able to beat Torox, even at this point. I think running there was a big mistake. I think that if Kolek had stayed and fought, I think that Torox probably would have died. But, you know, I understand the tactical retreat to try and jump down and help your Horse Masters out. And even just throwing your Javelins here into Torox would be a good call. I mean, despite his 130 armor, even if you hit them for the minimum amount of, you know, damage you can do, really, with the armor, it's going to be pretty good. So here comes Kolek. The Mountain God returns once again from the deep, and as soon as he rallies, you can see the bounce power ebbing. The Tuskor Chariots getting surrounded here by the Marauder Horse Masters, and the Brass Bull going to be going in. And here comes the Mountain God. The fight of fights. Does Torox get the hit? He does. And it looks like Torox is so low, but the Brass Body's active, and the Chariot going in for the kill as well. Kolek is at 700 HP, but Torox is at 54, and the Beastmen army crumbles before the might of the Mountain God. Oh my god, what a game. What a game. Damn. That was a match. That was a really good match. Close game. Equally skilled players. Really, really fun to watch. Yeah, look at that. I mean, Torox got 2,700 value. What a monster. And Kolek got 2,300. So both of the big beatstick lords performed really well. You know, I think the big winning situation too was the final transmutation from Zero. I think that his metal caster was masterful. It was so good. All right. So now Zero's got 4, and he can carry on. Carry on my wayward Zero. See what he's got. Yeah, cool army. Chaos Warriors did pretty well too. They held. They didn't like generate a ton of value, but they held. GG, well played. Hey, well played, Subutai. That was a great game, brother. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun watching that one. We'll go to the River Amazon for our next map. And look, Katama's back. Yeah, he had a problem with our lobby earlier, but he's back now, so Second time's the charm. Hey, glad to have you back, my friend. Classic chaos infighting, I know. Torox was great, though, man. He got almost 3,000 value. That's some crazy shit. What a beast. Does Durthu beat Torox? I'm not sure. I mean, I think if Durthu can use his magic to buff himself, yeah, I'm pretty sure he would win that fight pretty decisively, but I'm not sure without the magic. Yeah, hard to say. The fire damage is good against Durthu. Gives him a little bit of a boost. Okay, so 0 going Dawi, Chaos, and Lizards. Here they go. Gonna give you the wood, yeah, of course. All right, doing some old stretches here. That was a really fun match. It's always neat. I mean, you know, I think that was a matchup that even pre-DLC Beastmen had a decent time with. So seeing Chaos win even with the new Beastmen toys was fun. Yeah, Kolek is pretty good against Beastmen for sure. He can fight a lot of their new monsters and their chariots and all that stuff pretty well. All right, so we got Empire banning Dwarves, so it's going to be Empire versus either Chaos or Lizardmen, which is two matchups that I think Empire Chaos is pretty even. I'd say that 50-50 matchup. I'd say Lizardmen versus Empire is probably Lizardmen favored, like 55-45, so I would imagine a Lizard pick here from 0, unless he just wants to play Chaos again, which is a fine matchup, mind you. Very fine. Yeah, looks like he's going Chaos. So River Amixon is the map, pretty small. Plenty of forests for the agents of the Dark Gods to hide in. So artillery play might not be the best, although a single Hellstorm rocket battery could be pretty good for sure. Hey Vladimir, I'm glad you enjoy the streams, man. We're here for you. We're doing it. So the classic fight, the mortal followers of the Dark Gods against the Sons of Sigmar. One of my favorite matchups in the game. I think it's very fun, very thematic. Hopefully we get to see the OG Karl Franz, or maybe we'll see Volkmar. Both are good choices. I really do like Franz a lot in this matchup, but you know, Marcus is good too. Gelt is not bad. Like Empire has a lot of cool choices to fight Chaos with. So we'll see what schemes are brought out. Couldn't out Chungus Kolek. He almost did though. And technically Brass Bull did out Chungus Kolek because he got quite a bit more value, like 500 or 600 more, and he's cheaper too. So, you know, you got to give the Brass Bull some props. How much time is left? Probably like another hour. So if 0 just wins the next couple games, he'll be the king of the hill, and then we'll do the FFA to close out the stream. But if somebody beats 0, I'll give them the opportunity to try and surpass his score. Great Swords, Warrior Priest, and Karl. Hell yeah. Arthur Fisher, you know how to live, man. You know how to live. All right. It's all going good. We're back to streaming. If you guys are enjoying, do drop a like. I hate asking for it, but you know, it is the job. It is the job, so. Actually, you up to play Norska Chaos? Oh, we're getting the Chaos Bowl, the two outdated factions going fisticuffs. Norska Chaos. This is a fun matchup too. I like this one. Shaggus versus Mammoths. I mean, come on. What's not to like? You got Condom Wolves, you got Famir Great Weapons. Sorry for you Sigmarites. The Faith Steel and Gunpowder will have to wait till the FFA. And I'll probably play Empire anyway, so. Yeah. Optimus. Autobots roll out. How long are you streaming? Yeah, another hour or so. We'll see. We will see, my friends. So we got Norska versus Chaos. We're getting a pretty good spread of factions today. We've seen... What have we not seen? We've seen Wood Elves, High Elves, Dark Elves. We've seen Skaven, Beastmen, Chaos. We have not seen Bretonnia. We have not seen Empire, I don't think. We've seen Dwarves. We have not seen Vampire Coast, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we've seen Coast or Tomb Kings either. No Tomb Kings, surprisingly. I actually have a pretty cool build with Tomb Kings against the new Beastmen. I was practicing it against King of the Dead, and it was pretty good. I was able to win pretty consistently. Turin is... Yeah, YouTube's my full-time thing, yeah. It's my full-time thing. It used to be a hobby. Back in 2017, 2016, I was an athletic director. I ran sporting competitions, IRL, and then I did YouTube on the side until, you know, I met my smoking hot wife who happened to live in Poland. So YouTube was not making as much money as my full-time job, but it made enough that in conjunction with my savings I had saved from my full-time job, I worked for about 3 years. I was able to go, you know, travel back and forth to Poland and stay with my wife out there for a couple months. Well, she wasn't my wife at that time, but soon to be. And then eventually YouTube started making enough that it could be my full-time gig. So yeah, that's it. I will give you $5 if you play Thoric in an FFA. Oh, we've already seen Thoric today, though, so many times. I think we've seen him 2 or 3 times. I was going to play a faction that we haven't seen, but dude, I'm James. Thank you for the offer. Maybe I'll take... If somebody else plays Empire, maybe I'll take you up on that. Return to Monkey. Yeah, we are returning to the monkeys of Norsk, aren't we? Yeah. All right, so Zero is ready. A scary, scary Chaos player. Just imagine when he gets his hands on some other Chaos units. That's going to be some real shit. Yeah, my wife is Polish, yeah. My wife is Polish. She is. Yeah, so when I first... So I went out to visit a couple times, and then when our relationship got more serious, I quit my full-time job and started doing YouTube. And that was actually when Norska first came out. And I went and lived in Poland for 3 months, as long as the tourist visa would let me. We rented a cabin in the woods, and it was like one of the most amazing times of my life. And then I went back and we filed all the fiance paperwork to, you know, get her out to the States and everything. And yeah, the rest is history. That was back when, man, how many of you guys were around back then? I think I had like probably 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. And yeah, we were, or maybe 10. That was when Norska came out. Yeah. Yeah, those were good times. Soundwave, oh my God. There's some wild shit out there. Did you know that you can choose your initial... let's see. No, I didn't know that, Pablito. No. Oh, that's cool to know. Thank you, man. So Norska against Chaos, you can go with a very tight box, like Marauder Great Weapons, Marauder Champions, and then get like, you know, Javelins and or Famir Great Weapons to back up your forces. There's a bunch of ways you can play this. I'm a big fan of Throg the Troll King as well. Throg is really, really fun in this matchup. He's good against a number of targets. Can get beaten down by said targets, but also can run away and heal and then frostbite them and things like that. So, how am I doing with understanding the Polish language? Pretty terribly. Yeah, it's very, very tough. I haven't made a really conscious effort to learn the language, but I do know like words and expressions and, you know, necessary things and fun things and all that sort of good stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah. HGM. If I see somebody on my friends list hasn't been online for a while or offline for a while, I have a limited space. So I need to add people for tournaments and things like that. So I'm constantly cycling. So don't take it personally. You can always re-add me. Don't worry, brother. All right, so here we go. The battles are going good. We've had some really, really good scraps today. And now if you look at the army of Zero coming in with Prince Sigvald the Magnificent, Chaos Sorcerer of Metal, and it's going to be halberds backed with warriors with a couple spawn mixed in, and of course a massive core of Marauder Horsemen, so he can play the skirmishing game. Look at that, Soul of Damnation as well. Yeah, Soul of Damnation. So if you are going to bring a Hell Cannon, guys, just one, I always advise to bring the Soul of Damnation if you could afford it. Like, or find a way to afford it, because it has 40 ammunition compared to regular Hell Cannons, which have freaking 25. That's a massive, massive bonus, you know, for not that much more gold. So, yeah, just going to play a defensive build, defend the Hell Cannon, and that is it. And now if we look at the forces here of Norska, it's going to be Marauders in the front, who are probably going to lose pretty badly. But they do have some backup from Berserkers who will, I don't know, Berserkers against Chaos Warriors is pretty rough for them. But there are some Marauders mixed in. We got Wolfric on the Mammoth with the pirate ship. We do also have a Shaman Sorcerer Metal, and up in the sky, a Mighty Frostworm. All right. Gatam, bringing in the Frostworm. Condom Wolves to try and contest the flanks and just kill large targets. Frost Wolves are actually, or Skin Wolves are very, very good against Chaos Spawn, actually. They can kill them very quickly and efficiently, because they can heal through a lot of their damage and then, of course, have the anti-large and do some good works. Yeah. So it's all good. Zero is your hero. Yeah, no, this is going to be a fun game. It's not often you get to see the Mighty Frostworm. The Frostworm is incredibly cool. Yeah. That's that. Let us know your predictions, my friends. Who do you think is going to win based on the army compositions, the defensive chaos build with the Soul of Damnation, or are you rooting for the mighty frozen North folk, the neglected Norskins? Although, honestly, Chaos is probably just as neglected. I mean, Chaos's campaign is a potato. I mean, at least Norska got a reworked tree a little bit, but yeah, it's rough. It's rough. You know, this is like, if you play like Warhammer tabletop, this is like having two 8th edition codexes like battling against each other. Whereas if you go to like tournaments, it's just like, you know, friggin' Admech and Sisters of the Sisters and all these like factions that have 9th codexes just dominating everyone. Norska or High Elves? Who's worse off? That's a really tough question. Ah, God. Part of me wants to say Norska. I don't know why. I feel like High Elves, like, in the hands of certain players can be pretty scary and abused, like, with their single entities, but Norska is very predictable. Like, Norska doesn't have too many, like, diverse builds. Like, more or less... Oh my god, the Soul of Damnation! Did you see that? Holy shit, it nailed that Frostworm. That did a shit ton of damage. Okay, I gotta watch this. I'm learning some tricks here. Okay, here it comes, going in, and oh, that just missed. But man, that Frostworm got worked on by that Soul of Damnation. In the meantime, Marauder Horseman is kind of throwing into the basic Marauders in the front. A little bit of a waste of ammo, but it's not the end of the world. And here comes another shot. He is going after that Frostworm. Oh, and it hits it again. Look at this. Since when is a Hell Cannon like an anti-large, you know, mortar piece? Oh my god. Going after the Frostworm. Yeah, and look, another shot. Let's watch this. Okay, so 3,300 down. It did about 300 damage. I mean, that's not bad at all. That Frostworm is down to half health. And Chaos has a shit ton of ammo on that Soul of Damnation. They don't give any shits. They're the Honey Badgers. 34 here. Here comes another shot. Once again into the bird, the dragon, and the dragon can't even juke it. It can't even juke it. It's down to 2,700. That Frostworm is getting absolutely destroyed. Holy shit, I want to keep watching this. Yeah, another hit. That Hell Cannon is so goddamn accurate. Man. Well, you know, it's being piloted by otherworldly demons, so I suppose that makes sense that they could guide its missiles. Now in the front, Chaos Warriors dominating Marauders, no surprises. Halberds will take a little bit longer to do so. Basic Marauders on Marauders, but Norska does have the advantage in the Marauder department. They're a little bit better. And the Worm is actually, yeah, the Worm is actually even just getting lower. Yeah, look at that, 2,000. Oh, look at the tracking on that. It did like a full turn there. Holy shit. So that Frostworm is paying the price, and it's now broken. So the Walmart Frostworm is done for. And here comes the Mammoth. The Mammoth's going to be jumping in here, and I know it's like a flat cannon, anti-air, just blasting in there. Wolfric with a good Sea Fang. Should have gone the other way, though, against the Chaos Warriors, but I guess just trying to break through these Marauders isn't a bad idea. Norska's Javelin's doing some solid work. You can see throwing into the Marauder Horseman here, bringing them down to 13 models very quickly. Berserkers now entrenched in combat, but Prince Sigvald going balls deep in the front line, and Berserkers do lose pretty badly to Chaos Warriors. Well, I don't know if they lose badly, but I'm pretty sure it's a bad fight for them. The armor and melee defense of the Chaos Warriors is just really, really rough, and yeah, I think that's just a bad trade. So we have the Beast of Tashnar from Katam trying to get on the Soul of Damnation, which is still shooting at the Frostworm, trying to keep that bad boy away. Will the Beast of Tashnar be able to kind of juke around and jump on top of the Soul of Damnation? We'll find out. Norska finding a nice isolation here, though. Plague of Rust on top of the Halberds, and then collapsing from all sides. A couple of Condom Wolves also sitting idle in the back, and it looks like the Metal Caster maybe should be a little bit closer up to get in range of some of those spells. But Norska does collapse his flank, and it's having a good time there. So despite losing the Frostworm, Norska does have that big Mammoth. And looking at the Army of Chaos, guys, has taken a big old look at this. There is not much in this Chaos Army outside of the Halberds, which are going to be good against the Mammoth. And even the Halberds, like, aren't going to be able to just, like, absolutely goon the Mammoth, right? So maybe if Katam can play and, you know, really, really maximize his Mammoth value, maybe there's some witchcraft to be had here. We'll find out. Oh, man, what is it? Zero apparently overchased something. He had some spawn and Chaos Marauders coming back in, and I think they were chasing something off the map. So now that they're back, that's going to be a little bit problematic for sure. So Sigvald still just soloing the Norscan army, just karate chopping the Condom Wolf. The Condom Wolf here down to 14 models, and they're going to be running back to the gas station aisle from whence they came. And here we have the Chaos Warriors moving into the Marauders. Pretty nice to shut those guys down. And the Mammoth is fighting Halberds, but he does have supportive infantry, so he should be able to get some big damage. You can see the HP, about 300 damage taken. A lot of those Halberds going down here, but you know, a Chaos Spawn aren't bad against Mammoths. Mammoths have 70 armor. Spawn don't have good AP, but you know, they still can surround it and do good damage. And Sigvald, you know, will pack some hurt. But Chaos is pretty far ahead in this game. A lot of the Norscan army is in tatters. They don't really have much in the way of infantry. Chaos has plenty. They have Marauders and Warriors still fighting all over the battlefield. And Sigvald is just slippery, just getting all slippery. He's all lubed up here in the backfield, hunting down the Shaman Sorcerer Metal. And talk about a mismatch, huh? That Shaman Sorcerer is at 375. Will the Prodigal Prince finish him? Looks like Sigvald, he's coming for that booty, and I think that Shaman Sorcerer probably going to get finished off here. We'll watch the killing blow, and we can also kind of survey the rest of the battlefield. Nope, Sigvald lost interest. He, of course, he's very wild attention span, I'm sure. And that's going to be it. The Mammoth is, you know, not enough. Chaos had too much stuff left. And losing that dragon outright was pretty painful for sure. That is a very, very painful way to go. 0 value on the Mighty Frostworm. 0. 0 value against 0. Yes, it makes sense. Cool build, too. You know, my only concern is, like, if the dragon had been other stuff, like, how well... Yeah, maybe a little bit lacking in the anti-large department, but, I mean, I guess the Hell Cannon can do that. 1,200 value on the Hell Cannon. Yeah, hard to say. And, yeah, you have the Marauder Horsemen. They can bring down a Mammoth, too, so... All right. I get it. All right. So we got 5 here. And let's go ahead here. And for the map, we can do the Troll Country. The Country of Trolls. So if you guys want to be Chaos players, I hope you have your notepads out and you're taking notes. Zero is definitely probably one of the best Chaos players in the entire community. Really showing his salt here. Yeah, all right. So we got Michael. Michael is here to fight the Mighty Zero. Yeah, Hell Cannon may not be as good versus the Mammoth. Hazel will be trying to hit Wolfric's model specifically. Got it, makes sense. Cannon now doing Mammoth, yeah. It was doing some work. The poor Frostworm. I don't even know what you do. I guess you just throw it in the tree. Throw it in the old bushes and just hope it can endure. Chaos Lizards and Dwarves for 0. We are on a small-ish map. And currently he's up to a mighty win streak. Got 5 wins so far. People have done pretty hardcore on streams before. We've seen like 10, 11, 12 before. But the reason why is because the streams I do nowadays for King of the Hills usually don't last as long. Those were like 4 hours. So, you know, it is what it is. 1 sec here. Sorry, guys. Just got to check a message real quick. And I'll be back in just a hot second. All right. We're all good. All right. So Michael says it's his first time. Perhaps a youngling here. We'll see if Zero is going to slay the youngling. Ban 1, pick 1. Yeah. So, Michael, you ban one of his 3 choices and pick one for yourself that he did not ban. Cool. Is this an open King of the Hill? Sign of Kieran? It is. It is 100% open. We'll also be having FFA at the very end to close things out, which will be pretty soon here. Yeah, the Frostworm is pretty haggard. I mean, but there, you know, Mogwai, man, there was a time when Frostworms were kind of meta. Like, way back when in Warhammer 1, dragons and monsters were quite a bit better back then. So Frostworms were considered to be decent because they, you know, they can goon things and slow things down. So they had some business there. All right, so we got Dwarves against Dark Elves. Cool. This will be a fun one. Nice little grudge match here. Can you ask Zero what his most wanted Chaos Total Warhammer 3 faction would be? I'm sure he'll be in chat. I have no idea. I think Tzeentch. Because if you look at Zero's icon here, it might be really small on the stream, but his icon is actually the mark of Tzeentch. So I would imagine he's answering that question for us right now. Slay the Youngling sounds like a great demented game show. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the poor Frostworm. He tried. I did not expect the Hell Cannon to kill it like that. Like you were trying to juke it too, Katam, and it just got heat-seeking missiled. There was literally no chance for you to juke it. Yeah, now the Frostworm is an absolute meme. Ah, the blood runs cold. Yeah, we haven't seen any Coast. Coast is a fun one. Coast is a fun faction. I like the Bloaties, and the Depth Guard are super cool units, and they have a lot of neat stuff on their roster that's really fun. What was the name of that game show? I don't know if it aired all across the globe, but so back in the early 2000s and late 90s, there was like a Japanese-style game show which used to air on American television, where you would have the 2 Japanese commentators, but they were like dubbed over with like horrible English, and it was an obstacle course show. So people would do these like brutal obstacle courses and just get absolutely destroyed. God, what was the name of that? It was so funny. Yeah. God, what is the name that's going to haunt me? I used to watch it over at my friend's house. Yeah. I don't remember. I'm sure somebody here in chat will get that. Yeah, Tzeentch is going to be fun. I'm very excited for Nurgle myself. I just want to get like hordes of haggard Nurglings and swarm people. That sounds so much fun. All right, ready? Good luck, have fun. Let's see what we got going. So would the Frostworm be somewhat viable against new Beastmen? I wouldn't say so. It'll get wrecked by all their anti-large, and If it gets trapped on the ground, like Centaurs could probably kill it. It's just it's called Takeshi Castle. MXC, yeah, MXC, that's the name. Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, yeah. Yeah, man, oh my god. MXC was the American version. Okay. It's free on Amazon Prime currently? Are you serious? Oh, man. I might have to go and watch some of those. MXC was the dubbed over one, and Takeshi's Castle was the Japanese one. Okay. Dude, thank you guys so much. Bringing some joy. Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. Oh, that's so good. You survived a Japanese game show? Oh, man. Is Michael going to bring the infamous Malice Darkblade? Yeah, I mean, Malice has armor piercing, right? On his Velociraptor, at least. So against dwarves, you could kind of use him. Yeah, Ninja Warrior's a fun one, too. Yeah, that was fun. I mean, that's still going on, I think. That old aesthetic of that show was pretty wild. All right. So, for the forces of the mighty Dowie, it's going to be Thoric Ironbrow. I didn't even see him, and I just said it. Thoric plus double Master Engineer. You have a bolt thrower in the back, and the rest of the army is going to be just, a multitude of dwarven infantry, whether it be Longbeards, Dwarf Warriors, those kind of things. Slayers in the backfield, including one giant Slayer to chop down some big armored chariots, perhaps. And that's it. Yeah, very much a defensive build. Master Engineers with the bolt thrower shooting, using the fire rings of Thori. And that is that. So, my friends, for the armies of the youngling Michael Ziggs, will the younglings survive Anakin? Certainly possible. Got a bunch of bleak swords in the front, backed up by Harganeth Executioners, Repeater Crossbows, Scourge Runner Chariots, now Cold One Chariots to be swarming in, and up in the sky we have a Supreme Sorceress of Dark Magic with Soul Stealer and Chillwind. Very interesting choice. You don't normally see that against dwarves. And Dark Riders on the flanks. Now, Soul Stealer could potentially be okay against blobbed up dwarven characters, but their magic resist kind of makes it a little bit tricky for it to do that much damage. Honestly, I feel like there's probably better choices, but he does also have double Death Hag on foot, which I think is really, really cool. So yeah, it's a fun army. Could do the trick. I don't know. Also, the Repeater Crossbow Cavalry, I don't know how necessary they are in this matchup because, it's not like you have to chase. Maybe, Dark Shards, things like that might be a little bit more formidable, but we will see. We will see if the youngling is able to usurp the King of the Hill. David versus Goliath. It is on. Michael with a nice deployment, though. It's got a nice wide deployment to envelop the dwarves. Got his chariots on the flanks and hags mixed in the battle lines. I do like his deployment, so clearly he's got his business going there. And the Dark Riders and a little bit of Vanguard, and I suppose the Dark Riders do have some niche at repositioning to shoot Slayers a little bit more effectively than something like Dark Shards would, and if your battle lines do break, they won't be compromised, right? So, yeah, there's some justification for that for sure. Is it more stressful to play on a live stream? Probably, yeah, I would say so. Vladimir, in my experience of talking to people who played Never Chosen, they're like, most of them will tell you it's really stressful if there's a big large amount of people watching. I mean, this is casual though, like King of the Hill, but if you're in a competitive tournament and all that stuff, yeah, I would imagine so. Hadri saying, at first it was for me, now it's just more fun. Yeah, it's definitely fun. You can feel the energy. You can definitely feel the energy. So the Bolt Thrower is shooting into the Cold One Chariots. The dreaded Michael is advancing. And on the flanks, the Dark Riders pushing up on both sides. The best bet would probably be to get the Dark Riders here and just sit and shoot at Slayers. Just there's nothing the dwarves can really do to stop that. I mean, actually they have a Bugman's Ranger. Yeah, 2 Bugman's Rangers. So maybe there could be a little bit of witchcraft to stop that. We'll see. So the Supreme Sorceress needs to be careful for sure because the Master Engineers with their long rifles can snipe her pretty effectively. So the Manticore is juking. Death Hags have taken a couple shots, and the Chillwind going down. So using it on the Ekron's Miners, doing a little bit of damage. Not often you see that spell, but over the course of a long game, could perhaps drag out some value. Probably want to wait for the dwarves to kind of bunch up a little bit before you do that. So Repeater Crossbows should be shooting. It looks like they have a target, which I think is the Master Engineer. Honestly, taking the Supreme Sorceress here with the Death Hag and gooning this Master Engineer probably would be a good bet. It's very heavily overextended. Now it's pulling back, so Zero does realize this and pulls his army back. Nice shade ambush on the sides, too. Some shade is being thrown on the Dwarven Force. You can see they're sitting here, and I really do love shades in this matchup. I feel like they're very, very underrated. So shooting into Miners with blasting charges, maybe trying to get a quick kill. Bleak Swords moving in, but Bleak Swords will get a pretty rough fight against Dwarf Warriors due to the armor. But we do get the Sorceress moving in, and probably a big Soul Stealer to follow. That would be a very nice play here by Michael if the Dwarves do surround the Manticore, and then he follows up. But you also got to watch out because the Master Engineers do have Flash Bomb, so they can actually slow the Supreme Sorcerers. Instead, we get another Chillwind down the center, doing a little bit of okay damage. Rune of Doom is active, so the entire Dwarven army is slightly erect right now. But, oh no! Oh, the Supreme Sorceress did the attack animation leaping into the enemy battle lines and now is slowed and just taking a massive beating. There needs to be a Soul Stealer here, and there is. So Soul Stealer goes down, I think. I could have sworn it just went off. It looks like it did. And the Blades of the Blood Queen, no, basic Harganeth Executioners are moving in, but losing your caster like this, your Lord, is going to be a very, very tough proposition. Especially a squishy caster Lord like a Supreme Sorceress, they're not going to be super tanky, so... Nice play, though, aside from that. You know, Michael's making some good plays. I mean, the Bugman's Rangers are offline, the Bolt Thrower's offline. I think that if Michael had not lost his Supreme Sorceress, I think he might be on his way to having a very, very potentially solid victory here. But losing the Supreme Sorceress, I think, gives the Dowie a pretty massive edge. I mean, she might come back, which would be a huge boon here. And there's a Flash Bomb right there. I think that the Master Engineers are in guard mode, probably going to rip some shots at her. We'll see. Looks like the Supreme Sorceress is down for the count. So the caster is officially gone, but check it out. Bounce bar is pretty even. Michael doing some really, really solid work here in many respects, but Zero, of course, is going to punish you for your mistakes. And he did. That one dive in with a character there, I think, was the straw that broke the camel's back, but we will see. Nice chasing. Dark Riders being used to chase off routing Dwarven units. That's a very, very solid play. Definitely wouldn't think it was his first time playing. I mean, making some very, very good awareness plays in the backfield here. But again, that one mistake of throwing away not only your Lord, but caster is going to be very, very tough to recover from. So Death Hag going after the Master Engineer. This is a good idea. The Death Hag does get a nice blow there. And the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin going down. Does some damage. And you know what? If the Death Hag can actually kill the Master Engineers, if they can both methodically pick them off, Dark Elves might be able to get this. They still have Chariots online, which are going to do some devastating damage against the Dwarven Infantry. So here they come. Charging there into the backfield. This one Master Engineer is being taken to Hagtown here. As the Hag, of course, proving that she's a vastly superior duelist to the Master Engineer, is able to break that character, and he's now running for the hills. So where will the other Hag go? I think the other one might have actually died. But it looks like the Hag is now going after the other Master Engineer, just going for broke here. Repeater Crossbows and Shades could also switch on to Thoric. That would probably be not a bad idea. He's a pretty big target, and certainly would not enjoy that focus fire. Chariots in the backfield, just running things over. And guys, the Youngling might be able to seize the crown. Look at the bounce of power. It's Druki favored. As the Cold One Chariots continue to run through, the Rune of Doom is active once again, but the double Death Hags massacring the Master Engineers. Guys, the Younglings, the return of the Younglings. The Master Engineer, he's broken, and now Thoric stands alone. Stand alone. And the Dark Riders and Shades are all unleashing a lot of firepower. Man, really good play. I mean, his Chariot play was great. His Death Hag play was awesome. Just that one mistake I thought would cost him the game, but apparently he did well enough elsewhere to get back in this. Guys, can we get a Younglings in chat? I think it's necessary. The Master Engineers are broken. And Michael is going to be chasing them down. Thoric Ironbrow making his last stand. And here you go. All right. Good night, sweet Thoric. The two Hags are too much to handle. He's wavering. Army losses will be kicking in soon. And that is it. GG, well played. Well, that was a fun one. That definitely doesn't seem like somebody playing for their first time, though. I mean, a couple small mistakes, but his Chariot play was quite solid. So clearly he's got some skill. Yeah, and the Repeater Crossbows were good. The Shades, 1,000 value. Chariots all did very well for him. All right. Yeah, that was a good one. GG, well played. The Hag doing some work. So now how this is going to work is Michael will play until he loses. But most likely, you know, he's going to have to win a handful of games here. Michael with 1. Okay. So Michael, now you pick 3 and ban 1. Oh my god. My brother next door is just blasting the bass. It's so obnoxious. Oh my god. Just end me. Too fast for me to join? Oh no. Yeah, this one filled up pretty quick. Let me look at his profile, see if it's somebody like smurfing or something. No, doesn't look like it. Just a good player. Solid. That was fun. Zeech is a fickle master. Zero was a fun one, man. And you still technically are the king of the hill. So you got that going for you. Younglings need to face the chosen one. All right, so Legion picks Tomb Kings. Michael, pick from your 3 now. So we are going to get a Tomb Kings match from Legion here. So Michael, you will play until he loses. Then we do FFA. All right, so we got Dark Elves versus Tomb Kings. Pretty fun matchup. Son of Kiernan, thank you for the $5. I love that emoji you put, or the kind of, not emoji, but like the text character. Yeah, younglings, that's so good. Zero is still the king of the hill, though. Michael will have to win 5 games in a row to surpass that, which is very possible, you know, you never know. All right, clearly he's a Dark Elf main. So Michael will play until he loses, and we do FFA. So Legion is basically trying to, you know, karate chop here and end it all. He's the villain here, trying to end the stream. Yeah, we haven't had any undead today. No, not too much. Even though I still feel like undead are pretty good against the new Beastmen. Tomb Kings, I think, actually aren't bad against them. I had a build, which will be going up on the channel soon. It was me versus King of the Dead, and he was playing Beastmen, and I was Tomb Kings, and it was a really cool build. It was actually very heavy in Tomb Guard. I ran 3 Tomb Guard, including Kepler Guard, and then 4 Tomb Guard Halberds. I had a Shopti Great Bow, Arcan on foot, and it was like really resilient. Yeah. Yeah, Fiery Marine. I'm gonna make a new lobby after this, so you'll have to do your best to join it. But it's gonna be first come first serve still. It's just it's hard because with a lot of people joining, it's very difficult to like make sure certain people get in. Dark Elf main, no, that's impossible. Michael's unite. We have Team Michael. All right, I would imagine Michael will go bolt thrower heavy here, like 3 bolt throwers and, you know, Dark Rider, repeater crossbow, shades, all that kind of stuff. Please pick vampire counts. Vampire counts aren't bad in FFA. They have good sustainability, and their monsters can be pretty strong. Oh yeah, doing some stretches. Gonna go on a little run in a bit. Hold on, guys. Doing some squats to get the old legs loosened up. I really like Tomb Kings. I really enjoy playing them as a faction. They just feel fun and like cool to play, but yeah. All right. Yeah, Beastmen definitely have some good tools against vampire counts, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, the Gorgon and the Jabberslythe are both very good in that kind of monster mash style of play. So, here we are. The Tower of Hoeth is upon us. The youngling is here and looking to defend his crown against the Legion. Of course, I believe he's always kind of been a Tomb King guy. I've seen him play in events and various different things, and it seems like Tomb Kings are kind of his jam. So we'll see how this one goes. What is the FFA meta like? Mobile armies. Yeah, mobile armies are pretty good in FFA in my experience. Like static armies they can be okay. Depends on the map too. You want the vampires pick so we can play the shanty? Oh yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what people pick. All right, so for Legion, we got Skeleton Warriors and Tomb Guard. So pretty quality front line by normal standards. A shit ton of Nehekar Horsemen, flanked by Skeleton Chariots and Skeleton Horseman Archers. Then we also have a single Ushapti Great Bow and a single Necropolis Knight. Now, the leadership choice for the Tomb Kings is going to be your boy Arcan the Black. In my opinion, the best choice for the Tomb Kings, hands down. I'm a big fan of Arcan in terms of, yeah, I don't know his lore really, but in terms of playing with him, he's quite good. Quite solid. So, now for the forces of Michael. Michael is going to be coming in with the Dreadlord with a sword and shield. Okay. A Master on a Velociraptor and a Sorceress of Dark Magic with just Mark of Pain only. The rest of his battle line is going to be Bleak Swords and Dread Spears, backed by Cold One Knights in the backfield and Knights of the Ebon Claw. Okay, man, he's a man after all of your hearts, apparently. Dark Riders and some repeater crossbows here in the bushes, or the forest, I should say. The woods, or a woods kind of situation. That is it. So let us know your predictions. It is time. If Michael wins this, he can continue and try and surpass the 5 of 0. Which, let me make sure I actually updated that. Yeah, I did, okay. But if he loses, 0 will be our King of the Hill, and we'll be moving on to do our FFA, which is first come, first serve. If you already played on today's stream, though, consider giving somebody else a chance to play in the FFA. That'd be greatly appreciated. And that'll be it. The dreaded Michael, I know. A new legend is formed. It is him. All right. Sorceress of Dark Magic, Mark of Pain. Of course, lowers melee attack, and I believe accuracy, too. It's not something that you see terribly often. Let's go and see what the Mighty Velociraptor has. Yeah, looks like accuracy and melee attack. You could like throw that on like an Ushapti Greatbow or something, I suppose. But yeah, mainly it's for the melee attack. It's like for cav engagements and monster fights, those kind of things. Yeah. I know a Dreadlord on a Velociraptor is very interesting. It has something through spite, power through spite, I think is what it's called. Strength through spite for melee attack, and then it also has the Shield of Grond, which lowers base damage nearby by 12%. I mean, that's not insignificant. It's a very cheap character. Probably costs like 1,000 gold, maybe even 900. I'm not really sure. Got to be really, really cheap. So the forces of the Druchii are advancing. And even if Michael is a youngling and hasn't played too much multiplayer, too many King of the Hills at least, you can tell that Michael probably comes from an RTS background, has played games like StarCraft and other things like that. The army movement is very, very fluid. The pulling back of the Cold Moon Knights as soon as they're attacked by bows, the moving of this force in the forest. There's none of the telltale signs of a real new player. Whoa, what the hell is that? Wait, oh, he's got Bladestorm too. Holy shit, and he just used it on some skeleton warriors. That's pretty funny. Yeah, no, I missed the Bladestorm. Holy shit. Small mistake there. Probably should have used it on Tomb Guard. Tomb Guard would have been a much more value target to kind of wear down there. But in the front, looks like we're going to get a blitz. Yeah, the Knights of the Ebon Claw, though, are getting wrecked by those Ushapti Greatbows, but they should be able to chew through these skeletons pretty quick. But yeah, those Greatbows really, really need to be shut down. It's going to be a tricky one. So skeletons getting absolutely annihilated in the front line, of course. Knights of the Ebon Claw should be able to do that. And the Dreadlord moving in on all points. Here on the flanks, we have Dark Riders and Repeater Crossbows getting in position. Ark in the Black dropping a Skeleton Summon to try and keep the Dreadlord from advancing further into the back line. And we do get a countercharge coming in from Necropolis Knights, looking like they want to fight with the Knights of the Ebon Claw, which... a little bit scary. They could get Mark of Pain, and then the Knights could hit them. Like right here, if Michael sees this and jumps on the Necropolis Knights with his Dread Knights, like he could get a big, big victory there. So more Cold Moon Knights jumping onto Skeleton Warriors on both sides, actually. Over here, we do have Cold Moon Knights fighting against Nehekar Horsemen. Probably going to lose due to just the sheer numbers of this particular engagement here. And the Tomb Kings are actually winning some infantry fights where they have Tomb Guard or the Chariots are supporting the Skeleton Chariots. They seem to be doing pretty well. And another Bladestorm going down. Check that out. So that was actually a really good Bladestorm. That pretty much just dunked on those Tomb Guard there. So that was indeed a very, very strong one. So Witch Elves trying their best to rampage the Necropolis Knights, but nice control by Legion. He's able to get back there and get away and avoid the rampage, which is very, very clutch. And then the sneaky Snake Knights will be charging into this flank here. Dark Riders hammering in, jumping on top of Skeleton Horsemen. Should be able to get a nice surround here. Yeah, they actually got a very nice natural surround on that position right there. But yeah, the blade one there was pretty fun. That was cool. And here you can see the Necropolis Knights are debuffed, but the Cold Moon Knights continuing to fight here. And yeah, they're going to be probably going down for the count. We'll see if the Dark Elves can follow up with even more stopping power. Another summon from Ark in the Black. It looks like a Skeleton summon. Tomb Guard here getting worn down by the sheer numbers, and of course the Knights of the Ebon Claw. If the forces of the Dark Elves can shut down those Ushapti Greatbow, they'll be in a pretty comfortable position. But if the Greatbows get back online and finish off the various cavalry threats that the Dark Elves have brought to the table, I think that Legion will be in a commanding position, which he is slightly ahead on the bounce of power, but the game is still pretty contested. So, Necropolis Knights here getting pinned in by some Dark Riders. They are crumbling and losing models at a pretty rapid pace. Some Dread Spears and Cold Moon Knights, of course, having a pretty nice little victory right there. And the Ushapti summon, I think, was the summon, yeah. So the Ushapti summon actually used here, and you can see that the Dreadlord fighting by the Master has gotten pretty low here in this combat. But Legion doing a good job circling around with his Horseman Archers. If he could position the Horseman Archers to simply shoot at the Witch Elves, that would be a very, very good engagement for him. And unfortunately, the Greatbows, unfortunately for Michael, the Greatbows are online. Legion doing a good job finding a nice open pocket where there's not really any Druchii threats. There's not any like cab units or other things here that can really chase them down, and that is that. And it looks like the Dreadlord's still fighting the good fight. The Ushapti summon will be disappearing here in a hot second, but Knights of the Ebon Claw in big trouble. We have a couple Dread Spears and cavalry units that are still functional. What he needs to do is get these cab units and push up and through here and try and shut these down. But Ark in the Black laughing all the way to the Blood Bank as another Bladestorm comes in. You almost never see that. It's pretty fun to see that in action. Witch Elves also able to clean up these Tomb Guard, and now they really need to shut down the Greatbows. Those things are just getting so much value. I would imagine these Greatbows probably up to about 1,500 value at this point, if not more. Only 1,100. Wow, okay. Close in prediction. I'm sure before the end of the battle they could potentially get to that point. Repeater Crossbows shooting into the Skeleton Horseman Archers. Looks like the Horseman Archers about to charge them down. Repeater Crossbows might be able to fight well there. We'll see. And, you know, one interesting thing about the Dreadlord is it is debuffing the weapon strength of all these units by a mighty 12%, so you gotta respect that. Tomb Guard at 49 models. Tomb Guard are actually a very durable, sustainable unit. High melee defense, good leadership, but the problem is that certain lords of magic can absolutely destroy them. They're pretty squishy in the armor department, so, like, you know, You know, Wind Blast, and not Wind Blast as much, but like Burning Heads can be really, really punishing. So in the backfield, Legion doing a good job chasing down the Cold One Knights. And aside from that, the Master is still going. The Dark Elves still do have that character presence. But these Great Bows continue to just launch massive amounts of DPS into the Dreadlord. I think that's what they're shooting. I mean, aside from that, there's not really too many other good targets. You have like the Hellebronai, a couple spears, things like that. But overall, yeah, shooting the Dreadlord down is quite a good idea. So here the Master is attempting to shut down the Skeleton Horsemen with a couple Knights of Ebon Claw, all three of them, and repeater crossbows. But the Tomb King's Chariots and Ark in the Black cackling all the way over to this engagement. Going to be moving in to try and shut them down. Spirit Leech is probably still active. Somehow, some way, that Dreadlord is still alive. I have no idea. I mean, just imagine if there was like a Soul Stealer too. The Dreadlord is widely considered to be a meme of a character. Yeah, widely considered to be a meme, but you know, it's doing some work. I'd be quite curious to see the value of the Dreadlord. Ushabti chosen of the gods, shooting into the character squad of the Master and the Sorceress, who've now pulled back. There still are some Dread Spears for the Dark Elves fighting against the Skeletons. And now it looks like the Dark Elf character squad is going to be juking and moving forwards towards the Chosen of the Gods, which immediately you see a retreat coming in from Legion. He pulls them back, trying to make some separation and buy some time for his other elements. I mean, could this be a wild Dark Elf victory? This would be some crazy, crazy stuff. If we saw, like, the characters just, like, endure and, like, kill Ark in the Black. Yeah, but a really good Spirit Leech. That's very nice. That's going to do probably a fair amount of damage. It depends on the resistances and all that sort of good stuff. But it looks like the Dreadlord going to be going into battle Ark in one last fight to rule them all. Still holding a -1 for, I mean, 1 leadership. This Dreadlord is wavering, but getting a couple blows in there before she does indeed go down in that particular fight. The Dreadlord should be done for now. So Skeleton Spearmen broken up here. The Ushabti are just about out of ammunition, and that's why the bounce fire is kind of ebbing as it is. The Master, though, is still going to be formidable. That Dark Elf character is good against a lot of what you see here on the battlefield, as is the Sorceress of Dark Magic. She's on a Velociraptor, getting the Guardian Aura. So a little bit of physical resist there in that fight. And they both, like I said, have the Velociraptor mount, so they can potentially stand and fight against Ark in the Black. But Arkin is going to be chasing down the Dreadlord here, which is a good play, making sure it doesn't come back. I mean, it still could rally and potentially cause some problems, right? So where is that Master going to go? I think staying with the Sorceress is hands down the most important thing. Just try and pick off as many units as you can, avoid that ranged fight, and just, you know, look for the proper duels. Ushabti moving in. They're out of ammo now. So Legion moving in with all of his forces. Skeleton Horsemen up in the high ground, getting ready to fight as well. But these Horse Archers are at -56 leadership. Yeah, this was really fun. Seeing the Blade Wind in action, I'm kind of curious about what kind of value it got. Probably not too much, but it looks really cool. Yeah, 920, not bad. You know, did some... The cast on the Tomb Guard, the second cast we saw on the Tomb Guard was really strong. A couple spears are coming in. I mean, could this be a comeback victory for the Dreadlord Michael here? Maybe. Here comes the Skeletons. I think supporting the Dread Spears here would be good. Give them the encouragement aura so they can fight a little bit longer. And 9 leadership, it looks like the charge is abandoned, but the Velociraptors, I guess you just get in and start working on the Ushabti. That's your best bet. So the Master intercepts them, the Sorceress and the Spears move in as well. Spears take a little bit of shock damage, but they're fighting a good fight. And it looks like a Mark of Pain's going to be going down. What is he Mark of Paining? Yeah, Mark of Paining here on the Chosen of the Gods going to be lowering their melee attack down to 0. So they quite literally have the minimum chance to hit here. 6 leadership, 2 leadership on the Sorceress. And the Ark in the Black Summon, I think, is going to be enough to seal the game there. But yeah, what a fun game. Like Dreadlord, you know, Blade Wind, a lot of very unorthodox stuff. Like most Dark Elf players would gasp if you don't see Soul Stealer in the army. But that was really, really fun. That was a really cool game. But at this point, I think Michael has run his course here. Great game though, fun ones. It was a fun one indeed. I know. Was that Nolosi? Was it? Was it the Chosen one? I suppose the female Dreadlord is the one with the sword and shield. So yes, it was indeed the beloved Nolosi, as she's affectionately called here in the community. GG, well played. that was a wild ass game. That was wild. All right. So the King of the Hill is going to be 0. 0 wins with 5 victories today. So congratulations to him, and also to these last 2 competitors. Well played to Legion as well as Michael Ziggs. And now we are going to be jumping on over. She got 500 value, pretty serious. Yeah, it was just a fun game. Knights of Ebon Claw kind of got shut down too, but yeah, Arkin was a beast as usual. Chosen of the Gods, almost 2,000 value. All right, so now, GG, well played. Great stream, lads. Now, we will set up the FFA. So I'm going to do it. Turin FFA. Password is 1234. This is welcome to anyone, but if you did already play, consider letting somebody else play unless somebody joins. And free-for-all battle. This was a fun one. This build I had on a previous stream. So we got Contende in here. That's the way. Tibbs and Loopy. All right, let's have some fun. So I need to get an army blocker up. Do I have one? There we go. Perfect. So 0 is our champion for today's King of the Hill. Well played to you, my friend. 5 games is against high-level players is no small feat. And yeah, let's do it. We're on the Desert Canyon. I'm going to have a fun build. That is for sure. So we got Beastmen from Tibbs. We got Dark Elves from Loopy. And Contende is going Pirates of Sartosa. Yeah. It's going to be pretty good. Oh, Epsilon. No, yeah, sorry, man. We'll hopefully be able to get you next time. Oh, God. I know there was a... One sec here. If you could step out so no lag, please. All right, looks fine. What do we want to bring? What will we do? Sons of Sigmar are here. Yeah, there's Wookie. He's our beloved screen blocker. How does one join the Discord? If we have a mod that could drop a link to the Discord, that'd be great. And that's all you got to do, man. Take revenge for the Dreadlord. Yeah. I will do something fun. Empire has a ton of fun builds here. It has a ton of really fun ones. All right, hang on a sec. Okay. This is going to be quite an interesting one. I want to surprise you guys with this. All right. The meme tanks? Oh my god. Okay, we'll get some meme tanks for you. Sure, why not? Yeah. Oh my god, this build's such a piece of shit. Oh my god. Hank Cyrus. Oh, was that you, Hank? Was that you playing? That was you playing? Very cool, man. Okay. And then we need to get some of you guys. All right. Very cool. What do we not need here? Cut that. Cut that. And yeah. Wookiee is appearing. All right. So Contende asked me to check Discord here. All right, Contende, I got you, man. Yeah, go for it. All right. I am ready. Dude, you guys are in for such a treat. You're in for such a treat. You're going to love this build. So yeah, once the Creative Assembly drops the patch to fix some of the bugs we're experiencing right now, I'm going to have my ECL Grand Finals, which have been heavily delayed, unfortunately. And then from there, I'm going to start a Swiss League. So the Swiss League is going to be... last time we had like 126 people in it or something. It was crazy. But the Swiss League is a league where anyone can join, as you can with most of my tournaments. And you play one game a week, essentially. One best of 5 a week. So it's over the course of like 6 or 7 weeks. And yeah, it's really, really fun. It's really, really fun. All right. This is going to be a pretty magical FFA, guys. You have to ask yourself, do you believe in a thing called love? Steam tanks are really cool. I want to get one in tabletop. I actually don't own a steam tank. I own, as far as like bigger Empire models, I have Karl Franz, I have a bunch of Demogryph Knights, I have a Celestial Hurricanum in my army. I'm not done painting it yet though. But I have a couple Right Wizards. I have Volkmar the Grim, but he's on foot. I don't have him on his altar. I have him on foot. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Someday I'll get one of those war altars. Yeah, I think CA is going to be fixing it soon. I think I remember talking to someone in that Discord. And they said there would be something coming shortly after the launch. Guys, this build I brought is so stupid and like, I don't even know. So, here's the thing. A little bit of a lore background on my build. Volkmar the Grim went on a crusade. And, you know, unfortunately, as is usually the case, all of the flagellants were terribly massacred in brutal fighting. So, out of desperation, Volkmar the Grim had to buffer his army with some mercenaries. And yeah, that's that. So, there's your lore exposition. Yeah, no, Games Workshop still sells fantasy models. They do. Not all of them, but some do. They still sell ones that are usable and like, it's like a lot of the Beastmen line, Skaven line you can still buy. You can still buy a lot of the Empire army. Yeah, absolutely. All right, check this shit out, baby. Yeah. Nobody's expecting this. So we got the Ogres, double meme tank, Volkmar to buff the Ogres, and a Wizard to heal them too. And then we have a Man-Eater pistol and one Man-Eater great weapon. Hell to the yeah, baby. It's Ogrim the Ogrim, yeah. Volk Ogre the Grim. Volkmar the Ogrim. Volkmar the Ogrim? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So, we got Loopy here. On this side we have Contende. Contende messaged me asking if he could bring a couple ogres, so... You guys like this army? Oh my god, it's so funny. Yeah, I mean, they're technically shirtless. Yeah, they're like ogre flagellants. Yeah, look at these guys. Yeah. This guy kind of looks like one of my, a guy from my high school named Al, who we called Big Al. He had like a little goatee like that, and he was one of the linemen on my football team. Yeah, this is a cursed army. Alright, let's put the pressure on him. I guess we're fighting the Dark Elves here. The Chungus Flagellants. Oh my god. It's legally a flagellant, yeah, that's true. This build. It's all ogre now. It's all ogre now. Yeah, Volkmar buffing ogres is pretty good. Like ward save and melee attack and, you know. And then we have healing on them. They have a lot of HP, so the healing should be pretty good. Yeah, good old Big Al. Pretty good times. Oh, this is a Beastman. Okay, so we can start shooting at the Minotaurs. Alright, we stand ready to absorb the wrath of the Beastmen. So, Sartosa asked if they could bring ogres too, so they have a couple man-eaters with pistols. Oh my god. Are we going to be able to stop the onslaught here? Let's see. Alright, so we're shooting. The man-eaters with great opens are going to be super essential. Oh my god, he brought ogres too. Like, it's just evolving into some stupid shit. I didn't put army caps on, so everybody's like just bringing just dumb ogre builds. This is Minotaurs and ogres though. Oh my god, I'm gonna get flattened here, guys. Let's pull in tighter. We need to like tighten up our army. Okay, just keep blasting. And you guys can start shooting at the Minotaurs here. Volkmar the Grim needs to get out and like break their charge. Let's get him out there. It's like some witchcraft, some like AoE. That's fine. Alright, let's drop the ward save. Ogres, pull you guys back. Pull the tanks in. Drop an Earthblood. And cool. So yeah, we're fighting the good fight, man. Oh my god, he's got Minos with great weapons too. That's just like so bad for me. This is just straight up a disaster, guys. I'm gonna get massacred so badly. Oh god. His army's so good against mine. I think my great weapons here are doing some okay work. I do have the unbreakable meme tanks, which I might have to devolve into like meme tank kiting, to be honest. So I'm gonna start getting the meme tanks away so they can shoot. Hopefully Volkmar can... I mean, banishment is useless. It literally does nothing here. How are my man-eaters doing? Ogres are fighting the good fight, but I'm losing this badly. Oh, let the meme tanks live. Run, you fools. Fly, you fools. All right. Screw the mercenaries. Leave them to die. That's their job anyways. The man-eater pistols are running. These ogres can be sacrificed. All right. The pistol dudes can come too. We got to just keep running. All right. Flee. Flee. The Minotaurs just wrecked me. Okay. We have some ogres. Get in there. Sacrifice yourselves. No, I'm not going to waste the banishment here. Okay, let's go. Oh my god. Come on, tanks. The tanks are the ones that need to get the separation. Yeah, Volkmar can like hold here. Oh my god, he's got Torox too. Okay, let's go. Hey, I got some dudes rallying. Okay, let's like run them over here. See if we can maybe unite with them later in the game. We should have fought them in the Hawk Gates where their numbers count for nothing. The fact that we battled all those Minotaurs in open field was just not good. The crusade is needed elsewhere, that's right. Alright, so let's get you guys over here, and they can go heal. Run, my Chunguses! No! I have to lure them to this conflict here. How fast are Minotaurs? Minotaurs are like 60 speed, Volkmar's 50, so I can create some separation. I think we just have to sacrifice our man-eaters here. They'll shoot their pistols. Oh my god, look at this. The foul Dark Elves. Causing problems everywhere they go. Alright, ogres. Get in there. Take them to Poundland. The proud man-eaters holding the pass against insurmountable odds. Look, oh no, but Torox is unbowed. He's not going to stop. Oh my god, no, the man-eaters. Look at them. They're holding back the Hawk Gates. And Torox is getting shot with like friggin' flame cannon stuff. Oh, look at this. We're getting the Sorceress of Beasts. He made a mistake. He underestimated the Chungai. Let's get us around here. Drop ward save. We need to run to our allies here. Air quote allies. Yes, ogres. Yes, kill the sorceress. Yes, my precious. There's like just pirate tentacles and all sorts of crazy shit going on up here. We're just trying to get away from the brass bull. He's quite aggressive. When he smells blood in the water, you know, he's gonna come for it, so. Oh my god, look at the unholy legion of Minotaurs. We just have to lure them here, sadly. I would like to unify with my other army. Hey, look at that, we actually killed the caster. Look, we got the Sorceress of Beasts. Oh my god, that's so funny. So maybe we will be able to reunite with our glorious army in the late game, but we need to just, like, force them to fight each other. Tibbs has got a hard-on for my stuff. I don't blame him, I would too. Alright, so let's pull you guys over here. This one meme tank is coming. Nobody wants any piece of that Beastman army. Like, nobody. Come on, meme tank. I need Torox to, like, bounce off him, you know? Like, the banishment does nothing against these guys. Oh, why? Why do you do this to me? Here, run into the shades. Keep going, keep going. This meme tank needs to be sacrificed for the greater good. And we need to lure the rest of the fighting over here. Maybe we go full circle in this choke here. Help me, Anakin. I am too weak. Oh my god, is this meme tank gonna live somehow? He's really going after these ones. Oh no, it's like getting stuck. Okay. We'll use a Soulfire. I don't think it does much against these type of targets, but, you know, it's fine. Oh look, it actually made him pull back. Interesting. Okay. I'll take it. Alright, so good. We've gotten the shades to fight one another. Let's get the meme tank here. We can form a pocket of resistance here. look at this guy. Look at Contende running with Aranessa. Contende, help me. There's too many of them. Hey, look at that. The ogres are getting in there and causing some problems. Can we get a heal here? Let's get these guys close together first. The Beastmen have lost interest, which is good. So now we just go fight here. Alright, looks good. Alright, ogres. Go forth. We must fight Contende in the pass, while the Bray herd just hunts everything. Yeah, I'm playing a train simulator. It's very true. Look at the meme tank charging after him. What's my range on this? That might get something. Let's just do it. Ah! Yes, it's forced him back. Get in there, meme tank. Yes, good. Pull back. So this meme tank should be able to shoot from there. And these guys can come here. Volkmar the Grim. Alright, come on Volkmar. Yeah, my meme tank's shooting. Look at it. It's still going, baby. Ah, I shouldn't waste a heal on that. Alright, crump them. Crump them! Go! We have to fight for not last place. Oh, Contende is really far ahead on points. Holy shit. I'm going to have to hotgates against the other guy. I'm just going to have to sit in the hotgates and try and hold back the herd. If I can even defeat Contende's army here. Okay, let's get the meme tank in here now. Save up wins for healing. Our tanks still have quite a bit of room to heal. My Chunguses are on the way. I even have some of the Man-Eater great weapons. Come on. Soulfire. I don't know what it's going to do, but maybe it'll have some sort of a damage business here. Yes, buddy, yes. Araness is in trouble. The meme tanks will fight in the gates. Hopefully they can shoot from in here. Is that great weapons? Okay, let's get in there. Okay, we found our new home. This is our new home. Steam tank. Oh my god. He's got Mino great weapons. That's so nasty. Oh god, my ogres are just gonna get wrecked. At least I have healing. Alright, Steam tank's online. Start shooting the Minos with great weapons, go in guard mode. And just drop some shots, man. Volkmar the Grim. Oh, but those guys are coming from the back. God, it's gonna suck. We can't defend everything. Alright, let's get in there. Ah, the ogres are flanking us. Hold! That numbers count for nothing? My ogres are just getting friggin' destroyed. This is our valiant last stand. I think Tibbs is gonna get enough points here. Araness says blameless. Hold my ogres. Come on, meme tanks. Okay, maybe we can turn and defeat these ones. Let's get our caster in there too. Banishment will do absolutely nothing here. It doesn't do well against Monstrous Infantry, but at least it sends a message to our opponent. Look at that. Ah, okay, it actually did a little something something. Torox is just so angry too. Come, meme tanks. Hold. Can we get some terror routes on these guys? There we go. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Heals. Heal up the other meme tank. We'll have some abilities soon. And now we just try and fight here, I guess. The tanks will do some ramming. Yeah. Terror routes are also something we could get going. Oh shit, he has a character on a Tuskor chariot. That's just going to destroy me. Yeah, I can't fight against that. I mean, I can't fight against this anyways, but that seals my fate. The Brass Chungus is here. Do it. Drop the Soulfire. Oh no. The Battle Pope has fallen. The meme tank, let's see how it did. Hey, look at that, 1200 value. I'm not going to complain. Is there still stuff? Oh, Aranessa is back. An alliance once existed between Aranessa and Sigmar. Do you come to honor that oath? Oh god, my caster just got destroyed. Aranessa, hurry! I can't hold for much longer. The Tuskor chariot character is massacring me. Oh my god. Yeah, guys, look at the value on this Brave Shaman. Oh my god, 2600. Oh god. Oh, she's going for the brass bull. She's going for the brass bull. Come on. All hands hoy. The brass body is popped. Dude, what if Aranessa won that duel? The meme tank, you get a little bit more value in there. 1400, not bad. I mean, it's not paying for itself, but you know, could be worse. Oh. Torok's not going to give the honorable duel, it doesn't look like. Totally forgot you could bring ogres. Yeah, Loopy, I didn't check the army caps thing, so. Yeah. GG. I don't know how I'm still in this. Oh, I have a healer? Okay, let's go. Let's go for the kill steal. Drop the heal. Going for the brass bull. Us humans have to team up here. We got Radagast the green here getting punted off the map, which is fine. The alliance ended 2 minutes ago when I killed his army. I had to try and get some points somewhere. We should have teamed up though against this guy. It would have been hard though, but yeah. And the last alliance should have been formed earlier. I was like Isildur, I just kept the ring, you know, instead of forming an alliance. Alright, Radagast, get him. Get him, Radagast. He's moving, he's got his bathrobes on. No, Araness is done for. Yeah, the brass bull. I'm just like chasing him, just like, end me, dude. Put me out of my misery. Is there some elves left on the battlefield somewhere? Oh my god, what if my Jade Wizard wins this fight? Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, I am eliminated. Oh, that was weird. It didn't show who was eliminated. Alright, we'll do one more FFA. So we can get some more people in. How did my ogres do? Holy shit, my ogres got massacred. The great weapons did good. If I just went all great weapons, I could have fought this, but... Tanks did okay, considering. Volkmar got like 2,000 value. Alright, so next up, we will do Troll Country, just to make it a fast and furious one. No, Troll Country. Let's get some new people in. Alright. So, if you want to play, feel free to join up. There's spots now. We're on the Troll Country, and this time we will use unit caps. So we can get a more normal situation. Somebody wanted to see Dwarves earlier, I think. We got Maple Killer, Fiery Marine. What have we not seen? We just saw Coast. Yeah, that Jade Wizard was a beast, for sure. We have the old one, Fiery Marine, and yeah. Ogres or Sartosa DLC. Yeah, they should be. We'll go Dwarves. We'll go Dwarves. What do we got? Oh my god, so many Beastmen. Jesus. What do we bring? I got some fun stuff. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Holy shit. Who am I kidding? Okay. Alright, where's the army blocker? Thank you. Thank you, Sir Wookie. Oh, it's magic, you know. I could go Vampire Counts. Vampire Counts getting like no love. Yeah. Go Vampire Counts, Bretonia, they're all options. Yeah, let's do some Vamps. Let's do some Vamps. Okay, so... we'll bring you guys. And then... I love how they're playing the sub-factions. It's pretty cool. Bradley says, Turin, I'm currently going Beastman campaign. Is Tuskgore Chariot still better than the Razorgore Chariot for your heroes? Yeah, it is. I think. I'm pretty sure it is. Dude, I'm James. They've wronged us. Oh no, I switched to Vampire Counts. I truly have wronged you. Don't worry. I recorded like 4 Dwarf replays yesterday. They'll be dedicated to you, man. All hail the mighty. They're arising from the deep. With crooked sails and incredible tales, the vampires are calling in the deep. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I was on somebody's stream the other day. Oh shit, okay. Oh my god, they have a poll on YouTube now. What is this? Okay. Faction. Holy shit, we're doing a poll. Oh, there's polls. I didn't see this. Wow, this is awesome. Okay, we're doing this. Dude, look at this. This is magical. Is it gonna work? Hold on, where's the poll? Do you guys see it? There it is. Oh wow, that's so rad. YouTube has a polling system now. Okay. Wow, this is like some next level shit. Yeah, so let's see what you guys pick. Okay. Dwarves and Vampire Counts are... Man, you guys are just not making this easy. I did not know that YouTube had a polling system. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I see it. I see it. It just took a second to appear. It's like there's a little bit of a delay. How long does it go for? Do I get to like choose the settings? It is neck and neck. Yeah, we'll just let it sit for a minute here. Running a poll, 1 sec. I have no idea when it closes. I'm just going to let it roll. It says 1 minute ago, 208 polls. Oh, so it's just when I click end poll. The future is here. Bretonnia is just getting dumped on. Yeah. Looks like vampires are pulling ahead. I'll start building a vampire army, but if there is a resurgence, then... Hey, James, though, thank you for the donation regardless, man. All right. Okay, let's get old Pimp Claw here. Looking good. Solid. And then we want to get some of you, because that's pretty good in FFA. Probably this bad boy is also good. All right, looks fine. A little bit of a weird army, but should get the job done. Yeah, vampire counts. It looks like they won. They introduced polls while you were in Poland. Yeah, dude, this is great because now when we do like certain different events and we want to like see what you guys want to see, we can do this. Oh, this is so cool. I've been wanting this for a long time. How you feeling about the new 40k Orc Codex? I haven't seen it in action yet. I'm going to watch a battle report tonight after this. All right. Cool. So the poll is concluded. Vampire counts were pretty far ahead at that point. And I think we're good to go. Is there anything I don't want to bring? Yeah, that seems fine. Hold on, I gotta strip this guy down so he can stroke his forbidden rod. Happily in peace. It's fine, and then is there any abilities I want to bring? Yeah, that's fine. Cool. We're good. Let's do it. 800 watching and 268 votes. Yeah, it makes sense though, because you know when I watch streams, I'm usually like laying back in a chair, like in my bed. You know, I'm not like at the computer a lot of the time. So like, you know, I think that's probably normal for a lot of people to not actually be at their computer, like to be sitting back or something. So, any plans for a head-to-head? Yeah, there will be one soon. I'm working on some ideas with King of the Dead. It was his birthday a little while back, and for his birthday, he asked me to play a head-to-head campaign with him. So, that's what we're doing. Yeah, I've heard of their streaming service. But, you know, I don't know. I'll check it out when it comes out. I don't know. I like Warhammer stuff, so. Vamps are good against Beastmen, at least. Yeah, Beastmen are good against them too, though. But you have to build against them is the thing. If the Beastmen don't build against vampires... But my build isn't like an anti-Beastmen build, per se. It's just kind of like Blood Knights, you know, and a Flying Monster. And Mortis Engine as well. Because Mortis Engines are just so good, so. Alright. So we got you guys. We got a little spear action in here just to have a little force. Honestly, if you really wanted to max out your army's efficacy, probably just not getting a, you know, a ground-based army here is your best bet. But, you know, I wanted to go kind of standard, so. We got Chillgeist, we got dogs, we got all kinds of good shit. Alright, so we got Maple Killer, the old one, and Fiery Marine. I definitely do want to fight some Beastmen. Here we have, so this is Torox over there. The old one is playing, I don't know, I think that's Malagor. And then we have Greenskins here. Greenskins I'd probably rather avoid for now. Yeah. I watch from TV and chat from the phone. Yeah, absolutely. So you can still partake in polls. Yeah, we got the Dire Pack's really good against Beastmen. Chill guys are just there for the terror route. The Strigoi dude is nice because he has self-healing, and also summoning Crypt Ghouls on Beastmen blobs isn't bad to apply like mass poison. Yeah, mass gyrocopter cheese would be really good in FFA too. If you go like double Master Engineer, like an Ironbreaker box, and bring like max Gyro Bombers with like, you can cheese pretty hard in FFA with that. Yeah, we got the ROR Hex Race. They're fun. They're a fun unit. Jabber Slice do magic damage though. Beastmen do have some magic, so you gotta watch out for it, but I'm not that good at vampire counts. I'm okay. I've used them in tournaments a couple times. Yeah, I thought about going for Big Flying Air Force, but ooh, he's got Bestigors. Thankfully, Bestigors will die to a Mortis Engine. Bestigors and Razorgors. All right, so we gotta go fight over here. What do we got? So we got Gors. We got a Beast Lord. Oh, and oh no, he brought the double Wargore Chariot. I'm gonna die. No, why would you do this, Fiery Marine? Oh man. Okay, this is gonna be hard because the double Wargore Chariots actually destroy. They actually destroy what's it called? Blood Knights. Like one Wargore Chariot can kill like 2 Blood Knight. One Wargore or Wargore on a Tuskgore Chariot can kill like 2 Blood Knights. Yeah, so fighting here is not good for me. If he over chases, I'll fight him, but I'm gonna go just flank the Greenskins. I don't want any part of that, that's for sure. Yeah, this is like prime time here. A lot of juicy targets to get in. And the other Beastman army brought Malagor plus yeah, like a Gorgon. He also has Wargore Chariot. Oh god. Okay, we got to avoid that. Yeah, he might not know what's wrong with him, so. Alright, so let's move over here. The Greenskins and I are forming a last alliance. We're like, we must join forces. Yeah, because that big boy there also potentially provides quite a bit of the Rogue Idol provides quite a bit of what's it called? Yeah, you guys have of course seen the videos. Let's get you back here. Let's get you here. Oh god, I wasn't watching. He got me right in the face. Okay, I gotta be careful. I don't want to get like mithered and just like gooned out here, so. Okay, that Beastman army is moving slowly but surely. Hopefully the other Beastman army will engage him. Is Macklemore healing? It looks like he is healing. That's good. So my army's just waddling. I gotta pay attention here to make sure he's not like, you know, coming for me. Okay, juke it. Oh. All right, let's go. Let's keep, like, I can lose all this other shit. I don't care. It's just like my cavalry and my Mortis Engine is like what I need to keep. All right, so let's go get a breath attack here. The Greenskin player potentially going to get surrounded here. Just got to watch out. I don't want to charge into Black Orcs either, but Mortis Engineing the Black Orcs is pretty strong. Oh my god, my army's so freaking slow. The Razorgors might just chase me down. If he engages the Razorgors without, you know, that would be fine. So we're just going to kind of poach the back of the Greenskin army here. I might have to fight on 2 fronts. So I can't quite get away from that. And unfortunately, I've drawn the hatred of the Rogue Idol. Got a bunch of archers back here. I'm going to need these guys to fight the Beastmen, I think. Fighting in the trees could be smart too against those guys. Yeah, he's got a bunch of goblins hiding everywhere. Okay. I don't know what this other Beastman player is doing. The old one, he's kind of just hiding in the opposite side of the map. I might still be able to kill the Tuskgore Chariots if I get a good engagement on them with the Ghoul King. Yeah, he's got all those guys here. He's probably trying to Buna these guys. Does he have Buna? Yeah, he does. So he's probably trying to Buna the chill guys here, which is smart. If he overextends, though. You know, sadly, I'm probably going to be the one who ends up getting sandwiched here. Alright, Dire Pack in the trees. Blood Knights are hanging out. You can send the Blood Knights up and over the top. Cool. So let's kind of fly across. I don't think he has any way to like drag me down per se. Blood Knights. Mortis Engine is about ready. Let's go ahead and pull in like really tight. Let's go after you. Pull you here. Then we can drop a Ghoul Summon on top of these guys. Pull them around the back. Pull in the chill guys now. Jump on them. And the Blood Knights get a good engagement. Crypt Ghouls should be able to potentially shut them down. Yeah, Blood Knights doing good work against the Goblins. No surprises there. Alright, Mortis Engine coming up. Blood Knights get a nice little surround, but not good enough, so we need to pull back at this point. Let's go ahead and jump on the Squig Herds. And the Black Orcs are here, so let's get the Mortis Engine on them. And just kind of pull our army in a little bit tighter. These Blood Knights need to get back, though, 100%. Yeah, Squig Herd should die. The Mortis Engine is moving. Let's keep pulling back. Just trying to tighten up our formation a little bit. We can get the Blood Knights here. And charge into ye old Squig Herd. Let's go ahead and get a breath attack here. Shouldn't be too good. Oh, zombies need to get in there and buffer. Can also get you guys, so let's get them fighting and get them over the top. And the Mortis Engine, yeah, probably wants to be over here. Cool. Alright, so we're moving back. The Blood Knights have done some excellent work. His backline's in some serious shambles here. Let's pull back the Blood Knights. Chillgeists, where can we go? Let's get them on the flank. Oh, the Beastmen are here. Shit. Alright, let's fight the Black Orcs. The Mortis Engine's draining everything, which is good. So we just need to play it safe now, and hopefully the Tuskor Chariots won't go after us. I can't even help, because normally you'd think Blood Knights could kill them, but they can't. So, that's not going to work. Charging Blood Knights on the Black Orcs is a recipe for disaster. And the Mortis Engine is winning me the fight here, so many of the Black Orc units are kind of getting wrecked. Okay, I got to get up in the sky. I have to pay very, very close attention to that little Beastman Goon Squad. It's very nasty. Blood Knights charge in, Dire Pack do their thing. Cute little pendulum going down. That was pretty nice. All right. So yeah, the Beastmen Goon Squad's coming in. This is where shit gets real. I'll have a breath attack soon, and we need to use it on them. Try and slow them down. Mortis Engine, keep doing your thing. Blood Knights will just get wrecked, so there's no point, really. Yeah, I got a nice breath attack, though. I got to support Grimgor. If he goes all in on Grimgor there, I want to make sure I can, I can help him. We just need to keep the Beastmen out. The Mortis Engine is winning me the fight here. All the Black Orcs are dying, and I'm getting a lot of value. Okay, we're on to the Archers here, which is nice. These Blood Knights can charge into these Night Goblins. And Grimgor is just kind of chopping away in my lines, which is fun. Zombies keep moving forward. And the Strigoi man can go after the big one now. Okay, so he's pulled back. Yeah, he's getting flanked by the other Beastmen, so I think that's why he's being cautious. Drop Opal Amulet. I could drop an Invo, too. Yeah, we'll do that here. Alright, so the Blood Knights have hammered the Goblins. Let's go ahead and form ranks here. Form ranks here. Stroke that Forbidden Rod. Keep going here with the Ghoul King. We have the self-healing. Man, oh man, our Blood Knights here. That Rogue Idol hurts. He is no easy prey. So let's pull back up. Pull these Blood Knights up and around. Yeah, we got to get back. Let's pull the Chill guys too and see if we can get an invocation over here. We'll have one soon enough. Alright, so Mortis Engine still draining. Looks good. Coming around, coming around. Do we still have the Chillgeists? We have a couple, but they charge into the Black Orcs for some godforsaken reason. Blood Knights here, and let's go ahead and prepare this. Oh yeah, there's actually some fresh fish over there. Yeah, there's the lady. Alright, Blood Knights onto the Rogue Idol. Black Orcs are losing to the Mortis Engine. Not really surprised about that. Just gotta make sure Grimgor can't get it. We have another summon, so let's drop this here. Give us some screening. Power Stone. And good. So the Strigoi Master is here. Grimgor is trying to get over here, but we'll drop the summon to give us a little bit of a screen. Yeah, Grimgor is a little trapped up right now. It's all about like angles with that kind of stuff. Okay, some Black Orcs got on the Blood Knights. Let's just go clean up, units in the distance. Okay, we got the caster. Grimgor is in pretty good shape. The Night Goblins have been broken. The Necromancer is still going. Crimson Killers are still fighting the good fight. Let's go rout the Archers if we can. Grimgor is going to be a pain in the butt to kill. 100%. We just can't get that big boy down either. Yeah, okay. There's some dudes coming here, so let's go ahead and intercept them. I wonder how the Beastmen fight is going. We're behind on points, but I feel like we're okay. Okay, pulling back. The spears. I'm out of breath attacks. Let's go ahead and charge in the back here. And the Blood Knights are cleaning up most of the scraps here. We'll drop a Ghoul Summon, just to give some, sustain. Shut those Archers down too. With haste. Did the Ghoul Summon go off? Oh, it got canceled for some reason. Shit. Okay, that's really bad. Opal Amulet. Oh man, that's really bad. I don't know why. I've like cast this spell like several times. Okay, we're gonna do a single target invo. Did it go off? Why can I not move? That's weird. Anyways. Mortis Engine, do your thing. Blood Knights just cleaning up the old units here. Took a lot of damage in that engagement. We're out of breath attacks too, but we almost have that Rogue Idol down. Okay, let's try casting it this time, see if it works. Goodness gracious. Mortis Engine's draining down the Elite Infantry. The dreaded Beastmen have emerged once again. Blood Knights hopefully can finish the job here. Ooh, that Mortis Engine's in trouble. But my invo's on cooldown at the moment. Is that 2 leadership? Will it stabilize? Yeah, it's healing. It's healing still. So you guys do your thing. You charge into the back of the big one. And then we can get an AoE invo here in a second. Stroke the Forbidden Rod. Blood Knights get that nice charge. And now we're good. Okay, so let's drop this. Heal up both these units. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Grimgor's here. Oh, Grimgor! Grimgor's so angry. You need to kill that damn Rogue Idol, though. He's just an unholy pain, I'm telling you. We should get him here. Grimgor should also not catch that thing. Let's drop a zombie summon here to try and, like, keep him away. We have it wavering. It's at -4. Oh, God, I just got karate chopped. Holy shit. And then Grimgor with the steel chair also. We do get the kill. Okay, so the army is mostly dispatched. It's mainly just some Black Orcs now that we can kill. Grimgor is just going to get surrounded and dragged down, but I mean, I don't know if we have enough left to stop the other players is the question. Yeah, Grimgor won't be able to catch us, hopefully. Yeah, Chill Guys died very early on. The Forbidden Rod man is still going. Grimgor coming for his prize. Okay, we got the archers down. Looks like some more dudes coming off the back of the map. The Beastmen are just having a knockdown, drag-out fight there. We're very much in like a microcosm here, where we're just like in our own space and time, and the other greenskin players are just kind of trolling about. All right, we're gonna drop a zombie summon to keep Grimgor tied up for a moment. As much as I hate to use the magic for that, it's just like it's kind of necessary. Blood Knights can help, you know, get rid of these units here. Blood Knight should be able to deal with the hag pretty easily. Hopefully she doesn't get the Mortis Engine. She does. Ouch. Okay. Not before the Blood Knights will kill the hag. We do have the big boy helping here against the Black Orcs. All right. So we're still not. I don't know why we've killed more or less an equal amount of army, but maybe he got some points against someone else, the greenskin player, with his boulders. I don't know. Okay, the hag is gone. How are these Blood Knights doing? 2,200 value on the Blood Knights. I mean, you know. Oh, God, Grimgor. How did he get through that? Shit, I am low. I have 1,000 HP. Well, yeah, this is going to be something. I mean, you know what we probably do at this point is just we have a lot more army here, so I guess we just go look for prey in the Beastmen side of things. Let's go fly over here. And we'll just let Grimgor fight our zombies for like 45 minutes. Yeah, just move the Mortis Engine away from Grimgor, drag him through the zombies and all that stuff. Blood Knights can finish off these archers here, get us some points. Yeah, you see, look, the Tuskor squad. We need to go end those. We need to go end this. Look at this situation. The triple Tuskor goon squad. Grimgor is like, you know, kind of a non-factor at this point, a little bit. We could also let Grimgor die to the Beastmen characters, so we don't have to deal with them. Because this is just 2 prime. Look at this. Like, I have Spirit Leech too. Alright, cool. Let's just get the zombies in here. Okay. Let's nuke the OP characters. Just fly above them. Go back and check on the Mortis Engine. Of course, Grimgor found a way to it. Forbidden Rod. Blood Knights have killed here, so now we'll just chase down the Black Orcs. Oh my God, Malagor! What is this? Malagor is attacking me! Oh my God! What is this shit? I'm healing capped. There's nothing I can do there. Guys, the Dark Peacock is here! Oh no, my Necromancer! My Necromancer's gonna die, but that's okay. He's done his job. Holy shit! Okay, we gotta summon something. I was your ally! I was gonna kill the Tuskor characters! Malagor, why? Why are you doing this to me? Why? Anakin! I was your hope! Okay, well. Just Grimgor left. There goes that alliance. We had a deal. Thomas Idon, thanks for becoming a member. Dude, I can't believe it. I can't believe Malagor betrayed me like that. I was gonna kill those characters for him, all 3 of them. I was gonna Spirit Leech him and then charge him. Okay. Let's see, what do we got? The Necromancer's still alive somehow. We got some Blood Knights too. I think, do we have Invocations? No, we don't, but the Glob Nagash can heal. Oh my god, Malagor flying in. And now look what you have to deal with, Malagor. You have to deal with all this. Okay, he's coming to engage me here. Which is fine. Maybe the Blood Knights will be able to catch him. The old one is going for the... Malagor. He's going for his prize. I'm gonna just use this rock. Look. Oh. Look at that. You better run, buddy. Oh, how did he get back up? Oh no. Okay. Dude, I got worm tongued. I did. I got worm tongued for sure. Oh my god, happy backstabbing moo sounds. Yeah. Well, we're healing right now. Should be from the Mortis engine. Oh no, it's only when I'm in combat. That's right. This isn't Warhammer 1. Okay, well, I mean, I guess now I just get wrecked by the characters. Maybe Grimgor will help me. Grimgor's last alliance must stand firm. I can stroke this. It might... Will that give me... Oh, I should have checked if it would give me enough for a zombie summon. Which is it, 3? No, it's 4. I don't think it will.
Everywhere is death.
That was not worth it. Well, we have some fighting over here. We got the Bloodbrute Behemoth making his way through. Absolute MVP. At least my Blood Knights aren't crumbling, nor is my Mortis engine. Like, those characters... Okay. I know Grimgor and I have had some differences, but I gotta help a homie out. We gotta help Grimgor out. He's battling the OP chariots. All alone. Grimgor King stands alone, and I say, not alone. I'm coming, Grimgor, hold! Oh no, not like this! Okay. The Knights of Red Keep rides to your aid. Oh my god, no, but the single Tuskor chariot's gonna kill my whole army. Oh. Okay. Grimgor King. King Grimgor. There we go. Okay. Charge! Grimgor, I ride to your aid! We must slay the foul brutes! No! Okay, this is it. Watch how quick my shit dies to these 3 busted ass chariots. Okay, come on. Oh my god, look at that. Look how quick they kill shit. Oh my god, that's so broken. That is so... I tried to save Grimgor, I tried. Oh, Malagor, why the betrayal? I'm trying to save you from the overpowered shit. Oh. God, Anakin. Okay. So guys, Grimgor stands alone against the might of the Bray herd. Come on, Fiery Marine, why you gotta do us like this? Looks like Malagor might be able to get the job done though. If anybody deserves to win, it's the dreaded Malagor, but I think the overpowered chariots, like look how quick they're killing Grimgor too. Now Malagor is gonna die super fast unless he has a Sigor summon. Yeah, look at it. Look at how quick it's killing Malagor. So these are the units that I made the video about. No, if you guys haven't seen. It's pretty insane. I tried to save Brother Grimgor, but I was betrayed by Malagor. One too many times. You see, if he had let my lord live, I could have killed all these chariots with Spirit Leech. But the betrayal was too much. We all deserve to burn in a world of Razorgore chariots from this. Or Tuskor chariots. Alright. Grimgor's still chopping away. The last hope of his people. And how many do we have left? I mean, is Grimgor going to pull off some miracle shit? I'm pretty sure this Wargore chariot could kill Grimgor. Unless Grimgor uses your next and gets Nick and just like pops him in the face. Hopefully Maple Killer does this. Here he comes. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. Why is it running? Well, Malagor chased off the other one, I think. So now I think it's mainly just the leadership squad. I don't think... Yeah, there's the Beast Lord is on the run. Maybe he's going to try and get the Beast Lord back. I wish I could... Could I click on something and get a cinematic camera? Yeah, Creative Assembly are going to fix it, yeah. They will. Yeah, Malekith is the Traitorkin after all, yeah. Or Malagor, yeah. Malagor has to carry this. You know, Old One might win it. I don't know if he's going to be able to get enough points is the problem. Because he still has the Bloodbrute Behemoth, which will, like, two-shot any of these chariots. Because it does scaling damage, and they have, like, a lot of health missing. So there's a chance. There's a chance here. Is Grimgor considered large? No, I think he's infantry-sized. Let me check. Yeah, he's infantry-sized. So the chariots will do very well against him. That's partially why. Oh, Butchers of Kalkengard, too. Yeah. Oh, my God. Well, let's see how this goes. The Bloodbrute Behemoth is here. Here it comes. Grimgor has been this inexorable presence this whole game. Just chasing shit nonstop. Look at him. How much value is Grimgor? Grimgor's got 2,300 value. Ooh. Oh, don't fight each other. You guys need to ally. This is totally a Grimgor thing. He's like the Hulk in Avengers when like the Hulk like screws shit up for the other Avengers. Because now the Bloodbrute Behemoth's gonna die to Grimgor. Oh my god, Grimgor's giving it to him. No, Hulk, stop. That was your last hope for killing the chariots. No, Grimgor. Oh my god. Why would you do this? Dude, Grimgor is going apeshit this game. 3,000 value on him. Okay, now I would love to see Grimgor win this. I don't see how they can kill Fiery Marine's Wargor here, unless he really screws up with it. Dude, he's totally... Oh my god, Malagor going in for the betrayal backstab. Look at this. Grimgor is just going ape. Dude, he slayed the shit out of that thing. This, you're next. Oh, Grimgor managed to get a buff off before he broke. Well, Malagor is going to have to... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he can win. I think Fiery Marine wins with the villainy wins, the broken chariot units. Alright, chariots, the Minotaurs charge in. They both live on impact, but then the Razorgors will probably finish him off. If Malagor was here now, maybe to help the Butchers. Maybe so. Butchers are dragging down several units here. We got infantry coming back in too. Malagor should really stop chasing Grimgor. Come over here. He's got to fight this Wargor while he has some support. I mean, maybe Butchers can do something. And they're getting a little damage in. It looks like the chariot's trying to run. Oh, the chariot actually broke. Okay. Wow, Malagor won because he broke it. He got a terror route. Oh. Well, if you can't kill something, terror route it. Oh my god. Dude. That was a pretty fun game. How'd the Blood Knights do? 2,600 and 1,000. Not bad. Mortis Engine got like 2k. My army did it was fine. Yeah. 22 and 1,000. So it looks like they were kept in check to an extent. Maple Killers. Grimgor was 100% one of the big... Holy shit! Where the hell did this come from? Dude, Maple Killer's Rogue Idol got 4,600 value. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Wow. Maple Killer with the MVP play there. And Malagor with the betrayals, the backstabs. He had one Tuskor chariot that got 1,600 value. The Bloodbrute Behemoth got 23. Dude, that was a crazy good game. All right, that's it for today. Congratulations to Zero, our King of the Hill. He has claimed victory, winning 5 games. Some fun FFAs for sure. Big thanks to all of you guys for your donations and memberships. We got a ton of new members today. So guys, welcome to the Dukes of Haggard. You're in a good place. We're going to have some fun together. But that is it for now. I'm going to go talk to my smoking hot wife and watch the UFC and some other fun stuff. And that's going to be it. Dude, the big end was awesome. Holy shit. So goddamn cool. All right, my friends, take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. I might stream tomorrow. I might not. I'm not sure. But regardless, I'll have videos going up for you every day. We're back in business, baby. And that is it. Take care. And let the happy moves flow once more in the deep.